If you guys wave up there, that's where your parents are.
Oh yeah, look at Hi, Dad! Why am I waving?
Oh, I can't look. The sun is too bright. Oh, look, a headrest.
There you go. Perfect.
How do I get on here?
The Atlantic League champion York Revolution is on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Onto the track, it is gone! It's gone!
Revs Baseball on WOYK is brought to you by People's Bank, Wellspan Sports Medicine, Shipley Energy, Maple Donuts, Broadway Transmission, Flying Feet, Dasher Investment Services, York Mitsubishi, Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group, Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, Rudders, Pennsylvania Lottery, Neighborhood SureSave Markets, PSECU, Kona Ice, Smith, Mayer and Little, York County Bar Association, and by Downtown Inc.
Swinging a ground ball, rolled to short, Dent's got it, throws, it's over! And the York Revolution are 2017 Atlantic League champions!
Now with the call of today's game, here's the voice of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution, Daryl Henry.
Good evening, everyone, from People's Bank Park here in downtown York. Welcome to game number 49 of York Revolution Baseball. Tonight, the midway point of this week-long homestand as the Revs go for a sweep, trying to take all four from the Road Warriors in this series. They've won the first three. Hi again, everybody. Daryl Henry alongside Michael Mark Antonini. Welcome to Revs Baseball. A beautiful night here in downtown York, and the Revs indeed going for their first sweep of more than 2 games this season. Their only sweep thus far, 2 games on the road at Southern Maryland in early May. They are also trying to tie their longest winning streak of the year at 4 in a row. And Michael, they've done it in different ways here on this homestand so far. They put up football numbers Monday night, Tuesday night, pulled away late to finish it. Last night it was an incredible pitching performance from Pat McCoy that was really the headliner.
It was great to see Pat go out there and throw a gem, a guy who hasn't gotten really any run support at all over his first 3 starts, but you know, a guy that wasn't shaken up by that. I mean, some pitchers will be worried to give up 1 run in a start like that. They'll be like, all right, it's over. They won't score for me. But Pat got a little bit of run support last night, 4 runs of support, and he just went out there and pitched his game, and he did a great job getting ground ball outs and not a lot of hard contact off the Road Warriors' bats last night.
Now, if you weren't with us, some of the highlights, beginning with McCoy, who was excellent in his 7 innings of work.
Well, the 1-2 pitch to Pierre. Fastball up in the zone. He got him. 6 strong innings from Pat McCoy. He now has 2 punch-outs in the game. And we'll go to the bottom of the 6th in a tie game. We'll see if the Revs can get some run support for Pat.
Yeah, that was the big thing. It was a 1-1 game in the 6th when Wellington Dotel led off the home half with a double, and Jared Mitchell came to the plate.
A look to second from Cruz. Now the pitch. 2-2 sent into left center field. This could break the tie. Polo waving around Dotel. The throw goes into second. The Revs take the lead on the RBI single from Jared Mitchell. It's 2-1 in the bottom of the 6th.
So a slim lead. McCoy went back out for a scoreless 7th inning. He allowed just 1 unearned run on only 4 hits last night. And the Revs looking for some breathing room. Alexi Casilla provided that in the bottom of the 7th. Pitch. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Base hit center field. Dent scores. Here comes Clark. He's going to score. Alexi Casilla drives him in. A 2-run single up the middle. With 2 outs here in the 7th inning, and the Revs have a cushion. It's a 4-1 lead. Yeah, man, in the 8th, James Puglisi, a scoreless inning in his Revs debut. Got a double play to help out getting through that 8th inning. And in the 9th, Junior Rincon finishing it off. A terrific defensive play to end it. Rincon now, the 1-1. And a ground ball to short. Dent to his right, goes to his knees, tosses to second. They turn it! Game over! A spectacular double play to end it. 6-4-3 on the Revs' 4th double play turn of the night. And they do win their 3rd in a row, their 5th winning streak of 3 games or more here in this first half. 3 in a row to start this homestand, and it's a 4-1 win over the Road Warriors here tonight. So the Revs trying to make it 4 in a row here this evening. It'll be Joe Van Meter getting the start here in the series finale. Sugar Land comes in this weekend, but tonight wrapping up this 4-gamer with the Road Warriors. Joe 2-1 with a 2.61 ERA for the Revs. Right-hander Felix Baez goes for the Road Warriors. He is 1-5 with an ERA of 5.91. Coming up on our pregame, Michael chats with Jared Mitchell, who's hitting cleanup in the order again here tonight. We'll hear from Mitchell on the pregame up next. We'll also hear from Mays. Couple roster moves to discuss today, and they're not great ones. Zach Wilson and Jay Goss both placed on the disabled list earlier today, so we'll get the latest on those injury situations from Mace here in just a bit as well. First pitch tonight is set for 6:30 here in downtown York. A beautiful night here on this first day of summer on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Dale E. Anstein is a personal injury law firm that specializes in auto and motorcycle accidents, workers' compensation, and personal injury cases. Anstein has been proudly protecting the injured in Central PA for more than 40 years and is proud to support the York Revolution. At Dale E. Anstein, consultations are always free, and there is no fee unless they win the case for you. To learn more about Dale E. Anstein, or if you're in need of representation, go to AnsteinLaw.com. That's ANSTINE law.com.
Want to give your child the best birthday ever without hosting, planning, or cleanup work? Book a Kona Ice birthday party at Peoples Bank Park. Parties include a 2-hour feast, goodie bags for all guests, and Penn State Children's Hospital playground wristbands. The birthday child gets a custom Revs jersey, a ceremonial first pitch, and a customized Revs birthday cake. Birthdays in the Kona Ice birthday zone during a Revs game. Best birthday ever. Details at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
We are your auto loan experts. Hello, I'm Sue DeStefano, President and CEO of First Capital Federal Credit Union. With terms you can trust and competitive rates as low as 2.49% APR, First Capital is the first place to go when you're looking for an auto loan. At First Capital, you're a member, not just a number. You can apply for your loan online at firstcapitalfcu.com or stop by any of our branches. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Michael Marcantonini back on the pregame show. I'm joined by Revs outfielder Jared Mitchell. Revs got a 4-1 win last night. Jared, you were 1 for 3, drove in the game-winning run. So how did it feel to come through in that 6th inning in a tie game and put one the other way?
It felt good. 1 for the team because we needed to win. We need to get on the road. We need to get going. And 2 personally because I know for a fact, I don't even know what the numbers are, but I haven't hit well with runners on and especially runners in scoring position. So it felt good to kind of get the ball rolling with that.
Were you looking for a certain pitch in that situation?
early in the count, I wanted something I can put on the right side of the field. Didn't really get it, so then I kind of figured that's what he was going to keep trying to do and trying to make me either use the middle or the other side of the field. So I was just trying to make sure I got him to throw a strike in the situation instead of chasing something and trying to stay up the middle as much as I could.
You had that hit to left center, and you also lined out to left center earlier in the game. Was that the approach coming in to try to go the other way against the left-hander on the mound?
For me personally, whether it's lefty, righty, whoever it is, the more I can stay in the middle of the field, the better I am. So the middle of the field to the other way, the better I am. That's my approach day in and day out. The more, like I said, the more I can do that, and the better I am at that, the better I am, period.
You have 14 hits and a .358 on-base percentage against lefties this season, but early on in the year you were struggling a little bit against lefties. I mean, what do you credit the recent success that you've had to be able to get around on those guys?
Seeing them more. It's something that I don't really see too much in the off season. I've tried to find ways of, figuring that out a little bit more, and I did a lot more stuff off of left-handed breaking balls and some, flips work with, the guy kind of offset to the right a little bit to help me out a little bit. So I guess I kind of, in a way, bridged that gap a little bit because it's taken me longer in previous seasons to start feeling comfortable against lefties. But for me, that's really all it is. I feel like when I'm going good and I'm doing what I need to do, I'm not better against righties or lefties. I think I'm pretty even against both of them. So that's pretty much all it is for me.
You got hot in the early summer months last year, and you pretty much stayed hot the rest of the season. Where are you this season in terms of timing and comfort at the plate, approach, all that stuff?
Pretty close to where I want to be. I think it's coming around and it's getting there, and I think I'm in a better spot probably today than what I was last year at this point. So. I feel good, man. It's all about, knowing what it is that you're trying to do up there and really not straying from it and trying to, perfect, I guess, if you will, to the best of your ability day in and day out at what you're trying to do. So.
You hit fourth in the lineup last night, a couple times over this past week hitting fifth, but almost exclusively in the leadoff spot this year. I mean, how has that been different preparing for a game, if anything? And, what was, after hitting leadoff for that long, what was it like sliding down the lineup?
It's a little different. I'm not going to sit here and say it's not. I do recognize with my, skill set, if you will, that I am a guy that can slide around the lineup a lot, and I guess that's a good thing. As far as for how do you approach it and stuff like that, you just have to, there's a comfortability in it, and there's a difference in, I feel like there's a difference in what you see and kind of the situations you come up in different spots of the lineup. It becomes more of a cerebral thing and realizing and understanding where you are and what you're going to get and who's around you, and how much more often runners have been on base in different situations. I think once you start realizing that and you can process those things, that it makes it a lot easier to get in the box and execute your plan from at bat to at bat.
Pat McCoy, last night's starter, walked by a couple minutes ago. He wanted a shout-out, so we'll give him some airtime. What did you think about the way Pat threw the ball last night and what he did for this team?
I think he did well, man. He did really well. He came out, he filled up the zone, he threw strikes, he kept their hitters off balance. It helps us a lot, too, when guys come out there and they get in the strike zone early in the count. It keeps everyone on their toes and it keeps the defense playing better, and it helps us out as hitters as well. So a tribute to all of our starters when they get a chance to come out there and really fill it up and challenge and go at guys and be able to control the game from the mound like he did last night. So it was pretty good.
All right, Jared, thanks for the time and continue success, man.
All right, man. Thank you.
All right, that is Jared Mitchell joining Michael right after BP today. He'll be in the cleanup spot again tonight. We will take a quick break. We'll hear from Mace. The Broadway Transmission Manager's Report is next.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
It's time to go inside the clubhouse for all the latest on your Atlantic League champion York Revolution and tonight's matchup. It's time for the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Now, here's the manager of the Revs, Mark Mason.
All right, Mace, last night a little bit lower scoring game, but another great win. Didn't know if we'd be able to get all 9 in uninterrupted, but we did. And beginning with Pat McCoy, a terrific start for him in his 7 innings last night.
Yeah, I mean, Pat picked up right where he left off in Southern Maryland, starting in that 3rd inning down there. So he came out, he did a really good job last night. He had command of everything. I thought he kept the ball down in the zone, and he and Tyler, they worked really well together.
Great tempo with him too, isn't it?
Oh yeah, he's get the ball and go. I mean, you gotta love that. It's a great thing. But you know, I mean, he was trying to stay in his rhythm. He likes to work fast, so you know, and it was working for him last night.
Got your first look at James Pugliese last night. What did you like from him?
Well, I liked a lot. I mean, I liked the velocity. I thought he was, you know, low 90s. Had a good changeup last night, and the most important thing to me is he threw the ball over the plate. So that's usually what I look for the most. Can you throw it over the plate, and then we'll go from there. So, no, I thought he did a really good job, and you know, I mean, he's an experienced guy, but you know, it's still your first time with a new team, so you're not sure what you're going to get when a guy goes out there. Sometimes they put a little more pressure on themselves than they normally would, but I really liked what I saw.
Today, a couple of moves involving the disabled list, unfortunately. Zach Wilson goes on that, and you know, obviously he tried to play through it. How much was it limiting him, and at what point did it become apparent that he had to shut it down?
Well, I mean, it's limited him definitely in the field. You know, defensively, I think it's limited his range of motion and his movement toward the ball. You know, I think offensively it hurt him a little bit too, trying to, you know, push off and, you know, to hit the ball and then to run as well. So, I mean, you know, he was a warrior. I mean, he was out there every night giving us everything he had, but you know, the other night in the 8th inning when I had to take him out and I put Den in to run for him, I mean, I figured that, you know, we were going to have to call it a day at that point. So I saw all the docs last night, and, you know, basically we're going to shut him down for a couple weeks totally and, you know, see if that calms down a little bit.
The other one is Jay Goss, and he got back out there, made that start last weekend, but what is the latest with him? What's his situation going forward?
Well, he had an X-ray today, you know, and he has an MRI scheduled for Monday. I mean, right now it looks like, you know, he's going to be down for at least, I'm going to say at least 14 to 21 days, it looks like. You know, we're not quite sure what everything that's going on with him is. You know, the X-rays, they show some things, but if there's something there, the MRI will show something else, and, you know, and then at that point there'll be a decision made as to, you know, how we're going to go from there. So for right now, you know, he's out of the rotation probably for at least, I'm going to say close to 4 starts is going to be my guess, and you know, and then we'll just go from there.
What is? I mean, you know, you've got Van Meter tonight. He came in from the bullpen. A lot of these guys have really stepped up. Does it give you great concern as far as your depth goes when Goss goes down? I mean, like we said, we have had guys that have stepped in really nicely.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, and it's not only Jay. I mean, we have Severino that's probably not going to be able to make his start this weekend either. So, you know, I mean, we're fortunate that we have, you know, good guys in the bullpen that can go out there and compete as a starter, you know, but then you're either depleting one side of your staff or the other. So I have a young guy coming in today that's been pitching. He's been starting. He's been averaging like 10 strikeouts a game, but in a younger league, you know. But he has 4 years of affiliated experience, so signed right out of high school. So we're going to bring him in, give him a shot this weekend, and you know, because right now we'll have Carson go tomorrow, and we may move Logan from Sunday to Saturday to cover Severino. And then the new kid I'm bringing in, we might throw him in there on Sunday. So, you know, we're definitely going to lose, you know, Carson out of the bullpen for several days after tomorrow. And, you know, and then hopefully this kid can cover for us on Sunday.
Is Dom hopefully a shorter time frame than Boat?
Well, I mean, it's hard to say because, you know, what Jay has going on is in his arm, and what Dom has going on actually is in his in his rib area, you know. So I think they're going to try to do some type of a manipulation on Dom on the weekend, on Sunday, I think, and you know, and then that might be it. I mean, it might be a little manipulation, and he might be fine, and you know, and then if that doesn't work, then you know, then it'll be the next step, and you know, at that point we don't know.
Well, as far as tonight goes, we mentioned Van Meter's got the start. He's been excellent. Looking at the lineup, you do have Mesa back in there tonight. That was an injury concern this week. Is he feeling a little bit better to be able to get back in?
Yeah, I mean, we've given him a couple days. You know, he was on some anti-inflammatories to try to calm that quad down, but you know, the main thing is, I mean, DHing is one thing, but eventually I'd like to get Melky out in the field where he can play, and you know, that's what's going to help his career more than just being a DH too. And you know, you and I have talked about this before. I want to use that designated hitter spot as a way to give a guy maybe like a half a day off, get him off his feet where he doesn't play defense, and still let him be able to get his at bats. And I really like to rotate that a little bit, but you know, right now with Melky we can't do that, and you know, so we're hoping, you know, we'll see how he hits and runs tonight, and you know, he's day to day. I mean, you know, a lot of these guys are day to day right now. He's one, you know, Ryan Dent's day to day right now. He got a little hip flexor thing going on, and Casilla, you know, he's still battling a tight groin a little bit. So, you know, I mean, they're able to play, but you know, we still got to be careful and you know, and try not to overdo it with them.
All right, Mace, thanks a lot. Good luck here tonight.
Yep, thanks.
All sounds great, doesn't it? There is so much going on. But this team trying to overcome all of that. The two main ones, Wilson and Goss, who could be out for multiple weeks, as Mace just told you. Those two placed in the DL earlier today. And Michael, this team will have to overcome some adversity to continue to be in the mix or play themselves into contention as we get toward the middle of this season. This week's, though, been a pretty good week so far, even with guys battling nagging things and eventually a couple of them bowing out for the moment.
Right, and this team's been through a lot of adversity this year already, and we're not even at the halfway point. You talk about the early injuries, the injuries now, which it's all snowballing, the travel issues that this team has had. I mean, specifically you in Sugar Land with the team, not me, but this team's been through a lot. Hopefully they can weather the storm a little bit, but a chance to go out for the sweep tonight with the guys that are healthy out there, and there's a lot of bright spots to look at. Wellington Dotel continues to rake. Tyler Clark has worked himself into being an everyday catcher, and you got a guy on the mound tonight, Joe Van Meter, who's looked great stepping into the rotation.
Now we'll listen in tonight, our national anthem, as the Revs take the field.
Fans, please rise and remove all cover and welcome Mark Simpson, the development coordinator with the ARC of York County, for the performance of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
national anthem here tonight at People's Bank Park as the Revs and Road Warriors will meet one more time until July. The Road Warriors will next be here in late July. Tonight, Revs going for the 4-game sweep. And the lineups tonight brought to you by Flying Feet. For the Road Warriors, a change at the top. Gustavo Pierre will lead things off. We have seen him hit third and fifth in this series. He will lead off tonight playing third base. Osvaldo Martinez, the shortstop, is hitting second. Jorge Fernandez in right field bats third. Jose Ruiz is the left fielder batting cleanup tonight. Geraldo Valentin at first base bats fifth. Edwin Gomez, the DH, will hit sixth. Melvin Rodriguez, second baseman, batting seventh. Isaac Wenrick will catch and hit eighth. And Matt Hibbert is in center field batting ninth. Again, Pierre, Martinez, Fernandez, Ruiz, Valentin, Gomez, Rodriguez, Wenrick, and Hibbert for the Road Warriors. That's the lineup that Joe Van Meter will go up against. The lineup behind Van Meter for the Revs tonight. York with Travis Witherspoon leading off again in center. Alexi Casilla at second base will bat second. Wellington Dotel in left field will hit third. Cleanup man is Jared Mitchell playing in right field. Melky Mesa will DH and hit fifth. Jose Cuevas at third base batting sixth. Michael Burgess at first base will hit seventh. Ryan Dent, the shortstop, batting eighth. Tyler Clark does the catching again. The tireless backstop will catch and hit ninth. Again, Witherspoon, Casilla, Dotel, Mitchell, Mesa, Cuevas, Burgess, Dent, and Clark for the Revs. And with that, Van Meter is ready to go as Pierre stands in. And our Dasher Investment Services first pitch, he shows a bunt, takes a strike. We are underway. First pitch thrown at 6:35 tonight. Brilliant evening here, sun splashed, low humidity. Here's the 0-1, and a swing and a foul tip off the mid of Clark. Van Meter quickly ahead as Pierre will walk up the third base line himself and croquet that foul ball away. He's hitting at 255, and an interesting choice for the leadoff spot. He's walked only 5 times. He's got the 5th most strikeouts in the league at 49. Van Meter ahead of him, the pitch, and he fouls it back upstairs. The Road Warriors as a team getting on base has been a major part of their struggles. They are by far last in the league in walks as a team, and the on-base percentage just 274. 0-2. And it's a called third strike. Van Meter paints the outside corner. Pierre turns and has some words as he walks away. A strikeout to begin the night.
It's a great start for Joe right there, making his first home start of the season. Get the home fans a chance to see him and what he's been doing on the mound. He's been great with limiting walks and also really ramping that fastball up, using it as a strikeout pitch, and it continues in this start here.
Now that one was pinpoint. Here's our K-man tonight, Osvaldo Martinez, hitting at 209. It's been a rough stretch for him. He's played in all but one game. First pitch is a fastball, and it's a strike. Our plate ump tonight is Drew Hoagland. Brian DeBrouwer, the crew chief at first. James Clayton at third. Van Meter has his sign. Here's the 0-1. And a bouncing ball left side that'll get through the hole into left field. Martinez, a one-out base runner on the single. He had been just 1 for 18 the last 5, and against York, just 4 for 36 coming in. Revs have really had him bottled up. He can run a little bit, 3 for 4 in steals. Revs are in the alternate whites tonight with the shoulder stripes. Road Warriors in road gray as Jorge Fernandez stands in. Van Meter with the first pitch. He swings, lines it to the gap in right center. Mitchell cutting over though, reaches down and he's got it. A tricky ball in right center, 2 outs in the inning. That thing with top spin, it was dying. I thought it was going to carry way deeper than it did. and it top spun and hooked a little bit, and Mitchell actually had to reach down for it.
I thought it was a gapper for sure off the bat, but it died a little bit like you mentioned, and Mitchell just a little nonchalant catch down around the ankles, and just flipped it up to himself. Covers some great ground out there.
Yeah, he started back initially as well. A runner at first with 2 outs. Jose Ruiz, the batter. And Van Meter, the pitch. It is a fastball just a hair high. Ruiz 3 for 8 in this series. And since signing with the Road Warriors, 6 for 26 in 8 games, hitting .231. Pitch. It is a called strike, inside corner. Van Meter coming in is 2-1, 2.61 ERA, 12 outings, 4 starts. There's the stretch and the pitch. It is yanked foul on the ground down toward the Revs bullpen. Just 8 walks, 35 strikeouts for him, and his numbers in the strikeout to walk ratio as a starter have been excellent. He's faced the Road Warriors 3 times in relief, 3 2/3 scoreless. As the 0-2 runner goes, swinging a bouncing ball softly. Burgess can't reach it. Casillas there, has to hit a moving target, and he's got Van Meter covering at the bag. That'll end the inning. He was a step in front of Ruiz, and Casilla calmly found his moving target and threw him a strike. It goes 4-1 on the out. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We've played a half inning tonight. It's the Road Warriors nothing, and the Revs coming up.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where was the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
The Revolution plays here. Play ball! The new Sports Radio 1350.
Scoreless top of the first inning for Joe Van Meter. Right-hander Felix Baez making his second start against the Revs, and his 10th overall this season as he throws his final warm-up. 1-5, a 5.91 ERA. Opponents hitting only .244, 42 2/3 innings, only 39 hits, but he's one off the league lead in walks issued with 29. Only Casey Delgado of Southern Maryland has issued more. He's issued 30. Baez the second most walks, 38 strikeouts. 0-1 against York. He started against the Revs May 1st. And in that game, lost 6-0. Luis Cruz hit the 3-run inside the park home run off of him. Baez gave up 5 in 3 innings that night. Here's Witherspoon, shows bunt, and takes a strike as he leads off for the 3rd straight game. Hitting at .261, 4 home runs, 11 driven in. And the pitch swings and beats a foul down at the plate. It'll be Witherspoon, Casilla, and Dotel for the Revs here in the first inning. Our weather brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. 86 degrees at game time. Been sunny all day. There's the wind and the 0-2. Swinging a foul tip off Wenrich's face mask. Witherspoon hangs in. And fastball at 90 from Baez. And about halfway to the plate, it'll go from sunlight to shadows right now. Witherspoon, a little bit of a defensive hack on that swing, but got a piece. And Baez ready again. He fires. And a swing and a miss. A cutter gets Witherspoon on strikes. So each starter with a strikeout to begin his evening, one down.
Looked like Spoon was trying to get that pitch elevated right there and just wasn't able to make contact. A tough pitch there, trying to hit that cutter from a right-hander.
I'll bring up Alexi Casilla, 4 for 7 in this series, coming back after missing 3 games with a groin strain. And first pitch, swings and fouls it off, third base side. Alexi in the meeting with Baez back on May 1st went 2 for 2 against him with a triple. Overall, he's at 306, 2 homers, 15 driven in. Here's the 0-1, and it is a called strike, outside corner. We saw Casilla for a couple of weeks do so many of those swings moving up in the box. I wonder if that was a product of the groin bothering him. There's the 0-2, and it misses high and away. Haven't seen him do much of that since sitting out those 3 days in a row. Maybe the whole torso feeling a little bit better right now. There's the 1-2, and that misses low. The Revs today putting Zach Wilson in the DL with his own groin strain, which evidently is quite a bit worse than Casilla's. It's the kick, the 2-2, and that's off the plate away. And they said with Wilson, they'll basically have him do nothing for 2 weeks and then reevaluate. There's the wind, the pitch, and a swing and a high fly center field. Hibbert was playing shallow, walks under it, waits, and makes the one-hand grab, 2 away. And it seemed, Michael, like, I mean, playing through it, certainly a warrior move, which we all appreciated from Zach, but I don't think it was getting any better, and it couldn't have been a whole lot of fun for him.
Right, and he was kind of the guy that had to take one for the team and play every day based on some other positional inflexibility that the Revs were dealing with based on other guys hurt. But I guess it comes to a point where can they continue to run a guy out like that? And for Wilson, they realized they could not.
Now here is Wellington Dotel. Wide open stance from the right side of the plate. First pitch is a called strike. 0-0 here in the first inning. Dotel at 338 with York. Over 430 his last 10 games. Here's the pitch, and it misses down and away. He held the hand out trying to get time, but Baez, who has a deliberate start to his windup, already took a step back, and Drew Hoagland wouldn't give it. Dotel's hit safely in 5 straight. The 1-1, and he swings, hits it foul down the first base side. That'll sail into the bullpen balcony, out of play, 1-2. Dotel's hit .407 against the Road Warriors this season. Revs as a team hitting over .310 against their travel foes. Here's the pitch, and high and tight. Dotel has to twist, and he goes jogging away from home plate. Kind of a late bail as that one was in toward his hands. He realized it was staying straight. A fastball, and realized, uh-oh, I better go. A little too close for comfort. 2-2 now. And the pitch to him. Swinging a chop toward third. That's foul. Ooh. Polo trying to back up and play it.
That's an E-Polo. He doesn't have too many on the season, so he does have that going for him. He let that ball play him there.
Good point. Got to come up. And they set up away. Baez deals, and a swing and a pop foul again. This one's straight back. Well, we've mentioned some of the injuries. Our WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report. Jay Goss, the other one, put on the DL today. They will do some further testing on that elbow. Frank DiGiulio Jr. out for the season with his elbow. Pitch, swing and a miss. A slider from Baez, who, after all those pitches, pulled the string with that, and he had Dotel out on his front foot. 1-2-3 first inning, couple Ks. We go to the second inning. Revs and Road Warriors scoreless early on tonight in York.
What's the simplest, easiest, freest way to get in shape? Walking. That natural walking motion is great for almost everybody, but not every shoe is great for walking.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet sports shoes carries the shoes designed to function best, whether you're out for an invigorating stroll or you're humming along at a serious fitness pace. Walking and fitness shoes that'll do the trick, including a variety of widths and hard-to-find sizes. Walk with name brands like New Balance, Saucony, Brooks, and Accelera. For intense fitness workouts, try shoes from Asics, New Balance, Rika, Saucony, and 361. Flying Feet's selection is great, and the service is even better. With personal attention many stores are lacking. Some stores sell shoes, Flying Feet fits them. So take life in stride and do it in style with comfortable walking shoes and fitness shoes from the sportswear specialty store without specialty prices. Flying Feet sports shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
I'm a chef. Pleasing my patrons' palates is paradise. But lately, when I hear a cheer from the dining room, it's Keno from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Sure, it could be my veggie lasagna, but chances are it's customers picking numbers to win cash with drawings every 4 minutes. Keno's fun, exciting, and you can enjoy it as an appetizer or a main course. Hey, everything tastes better with winning. Keno, it's here. Played at your favorite bar or restaurant.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
No score. We head to the second inning tonight, as Michael continues to learn more and more about the Atlantic League every day.
It's a learning process. You got to just take it in every day. And
here's Geraldo Valentin, who looks at a strike. Should we tell them what we mean?
Yeah, I'm sure everyone's a little confused.
Yeah. Now the Skeeters are in town early. There's the pitch, and it misses a little bit low. Now, Ira is here as a fan tonight, our counterpart from Sugar Land. Must be nice.
Yeah, just a day to just be chilling.
There's a swing and a ball beaten foul down against Valentin's foot. It rolls down the third base line.
I don't know about you, but at any chance I get, once the season starts, when I'm broadcasting in the booth, to have a day, whether it's a day off or maybe during our All-Star break, and just go to another baseball game and just watch. It's a weird feeling, but it's also really nice just to be able to chill and have that experience for a day. I know you're on the road all the time, so you don't get that much time, but like during the season, do you ever get a chance to go to a Phillies game or anything like that, an Orioles game?
Rarely. Quite rarely.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch. It is just inside 2-2. Well, when I was in college, just before we started, I'd probably get to 7 Phillies games a year. But now, you know, maybe in September, the 2-2, and a liner toward the middle. Casilla knocks it down, but it's off his glove, rolling just behind the infield dirt. Dent will head out to pick it up. Valentin with a base hit sharply, and Alexi went into a backhand slide trying to pick it. Came up a little bit hot though. Leadoff man is on. I'm trying to think. One year we actually had Mother's Day off, so we went to an Orioles game.
Okay.
Went to one Phillies game over an All-Star break one year.
And do you feel like you should have the headset on or filling out a scorebook?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Here's Edwin Gomez. He swings, skies one to center. Witherspoon will back up. Couple steps, but he's there now, comes back forward, catch is made, and Valentine tagging will draw the throw. It's a good one from Witherspoon on one hop right to Casilla at second, one away.
Well, that one day a couple weeks ago when I went to the Harrisburg Senators game with Quentin, just chilling in the stands, went as fans, and it was definitely nice to be able to just sit and watch a game for a night, and it's different after you get in the rhythm of being in the booth the whole season. Now, I much prefer being in the booth and doing this, but it is, refreshing to get once in a blue moon the opportunity to sit in the stands.
And the game looks so different from every angle.
Yeah.
It's fun to get around and see different spots. Here's Melvin Rodriguez. First pitch fastball. It's a called strike on the outer half at 90. Rodriguez hitting .250, 4 home runs, 13 driven in. 1 on with 1 out here in the second inning, scoreless. Van Meter the pitch. Change up, tapped softly on the ground toward first. It'll trickle foul as Burgess comes up to glove it. Van Meter last time out, spectacular. 6 scoreless, just 2 hits. 0-0 when he finished the 6th inning in game 1 of that doubleheader Saturday at Southern Maryland. Revs scored twice, though, in the 7th. He got the win 2-0. As a starter, hold that thought. He fires, and it misses up high, 1-2. As a starter, 4 outings, he has walked only 4, and he's struck out 25. The most runs that he's given up, 3. That was at New Britain. He deals, and a foul tip back to the net will do it again. 2 runs or fewer in 3 of the 4 starts. 2, 3, 2, and 0 in that order. Valentine the lead. Burgess holds. Here's the pitch, and a swing and a miss. Change up in the dirt, and Rodriguez went after it. Second strikeout of the night for Van Meter. That changeup can be one of his best pitches. He's got out number 2 on it.
Fastball changeup, that's really all Joe needs sometimes when he's locked in. Just go with the hard stuff, and then, same arm slot for that changeup, and something just dives in the zone. Tough for guys to hit, especially when Joe's ramping the fastball up like he has been the last few starts.
A runner at first, 2 down. Isaac Wenrick, the hitter. First pitch, he swings, fouls it away, left side. Now, is he a switch hitter as well? He's batting left, but listed right. Confusion abound.
I can't recall him hitting right-handed at all.
Here's the 0-1. And a swing and a miss, a high fastball. Well, their roster apparently can't recall him hitting left-handed, but here he is. He's batting at 125. Been a tough year at the plate. Here's the stretch. The 0-2 runner goes, swinging a fly ball to center. Witherspoon had him played perfectly. In left center, couple steps over, he's there. And Van Meter retires all 3 after the leadoff infield hit. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. Bottom of the second here tonight. Revs and Road Warriors scoreless.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Saubles Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Smith, Mayer & Little is a holistic wealth management group with one product, advice. We aim to simplify our clients' lives, help them retire comfortably, and build lasting legacies for their families and the causes they care about. Our purpose is simple, to make a meaningful difference in the lives of our clients, our community, and the world in which we live with the advice we provide. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. We make our living by making a difference. Visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
This is Jay Gaush. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sport Radio 1350, WYK. First in York, first in sports.
No score. Go to the bottom of the second inning. Just about 7 o'clock. Let's pause for station identification.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
Now Felix Baez had a 1-2-3 first inning for the Road Warriors with a pair of strikeouts. Middle three for the Revs here, which will again include Jared Mitchell in the cleanup spot tonight. He leads it off. First pitch is a backdoor hook and strike one called. Pierre up on the grass at third, respecting Mitchell's speed. Jared at 264 coming in, 4 home runs. There's the wind, the 0-1, and that's outside. Tied for 4th in the league in runs with 30. Tied for 2nd in walks with 29. He'll work a count. The wind, the 1-1, and a fastball just outside. Michael had a nice interview with him pregame, and I thought it was very interesting how he tried to simulate facing lefties at home during the winter, have a guy give him flips from over where a lefty would release it. Pitch is swung on, fouled back, 2-2.
Yeah, that was definitely interesting. It's something I haven't heard from guys in terms of what they do in the offseason. You know, you don't always have access to left-handed BP throwers. Most guys are right-handed, and for lefties, it's so key to be able to see left-handed pitching or the simulation of it in BP.
There's the 2-2. And a swing and a high fly foul way off to the left again.
Jared was great, though. That was a lot of fun to do that interview. Gave some great answers, and he was, you know, he's straight up about stuff. I asked him what are the differences, or how different is it batting leadoff versus in the middle of the order. And some guys will be like, oh, you know, you just got to stay the same and approach it the same way. He's like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's the same. I mean, he told me what was different about it.
There's a fastball just inside. Good eye. 3-2 now. He's sort of back in that leadoff role here starting this inning.
It's always fun talking to Jared. We were talking a little fantasy football during BP, yeah. Talking about our different leagues.
There's the 3-2. And a missed inside. His 30th walk of the season as he flips the bat away and heads to first. Did he tell you that 2 years ago he won our league and cashed out and went out on a high note?
No.
Didn't play last year?
So it was just one and done for him.
Yeah.
Championship and then I'm out. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you can't blame a guy, but most would like to come back and defend their title.
You'd think, but
Jared and I were talking about both our main leagues that we use. His buddies from home, my buddies from home. We use half PPR, so not a full point per reception, but we go with half. And, I don't know if you've tried that. It's definitely the way to go.
Yeah. Been in a little of both. There's a throw over.
The full PPR is too much for me. You have certain receivers that just load up on catches, don't get a lot of yards, and then they get all their points from catches. It goes both ways.
Been in a .2 PPR as well.
Okay.
Pitch to Mesa is grounded left side, a base hit on through into left field. Malky Mesa back in tonight, and he smacks the first pitch he sees right through the left side. Revs with their first hit of the night. It's first and second with nobody out.
Good start to the inning right here. Now Jose Cuevas will get a chance with runners on. it's good to see Melky back in the lineup first and foremost, but to be able to turn on one there, get one through the hole. Revs did not look good against Baez in the first, and that's changed here. It all starts with that leadoff walk that Mitchell draws, and he's hitting in the middle of the lineup, but back to that leadoff type at-bat right there, leading off an inning. And was patient. And that's what's killed Baez this season is the walks. You mentioned it in the pregame.
He was really good last time out in most ways. He was at Sugarland, no decision. 5 innings, 1 run on 1 hit. But in that game, he walked 6. Somehow got away with it. Here's Jose Cuevas. First pitch is off the plate away. Cuevas at 214, couple homers, 15 driven in. Baez, 25 years old. He's from San Juan, Puerto Rico. 6'2" righty. He was in the Frontier League previously. I'll look back, the 1-0. And it's a called strike generously on the outer edge. Drew a look back from Cuevas.
He wasn't feeling that call right there.
Baez's only win was May 6th, beat New Britain. 6 innings, 1 run, only 3 hits. When he's on, he can be really tough to hit. Lead runner goes, a swing and a miss on a slider, throw to third, late on Mitchell. He keeps that left foot on the bag. With Pierre reaching down, waiting for him to come off, he never did. And Mitchell steals third. Mesa stayed at first. Yeah, he's of course playing with the bum quad, even though he's back in tonight. But Mitchell with his 12th steal, and he breaks a tie with his buddy Spoon for third in Revs history now with 62.
Those two have been going back and forth all year. I forgot to ask Jared today if they have some kind of friendly bet or anything like that going on. I got to imagine they both are somewhat aware that they're around the same mark. I mean, their lockers are next to each other. I think Dent's in between them, but they're always chatting, talking, and I'm sure they both know.
Now the 1-2 and a fastball just low. What an eye from Cuevas as Baez brought that one up to 93. First and third, nobody out. And Cuevas looking to drive in the game's first. No score here in the second inning. Baez nods yes, he's ready. The 2-2, swing and a foul against the net. Cuevas stays on it. What a place to have your locker, right between Mitchell and Witherspoon.
Yeah.
Lucky Ryan Dent.
I'm sure he picked it.
Yeah, probably. I don't doubt that.
Wonder who's got a locker between Boat and Carson, or even if they're anywhere close. That's somebody who's a saint.
Oh, pitch in near Cuevas's hand. That was dangerously close. Just jumped and twisted back out of the way. It bounced down to the catcher Wenrich's mitt. Right in near the fist. Now a full count. Lights are about halfway on. They had the lights on during BP today. They were doing some work on one of the towers and saw a guy climbing to heights that I would never dare dream of. But that's his job. It's a reason it's not mine. It's a throw to first, and Mesa will crawl back in.
I'm with you on that. I'm not really a big heights guy, so if there's ever an issue and they need somebody in a pinch, it's not going to be me.
Not if, I mean, you know, if you're buckled in, maybe. And I'm sure he had a harness, but just a little too out in the open for my liking. Airplane, I'm good. Building, I'm good. Roller coaster, up to a certain point.
Agreed.
There's the 3-2, and a swing and a pop fly right field. And we'll see. Fernandez tiptoeing in. Mitchell tags from third. Here he comes. Throw toward the plate. Will bounce late. Never a doubt. Jared Mitchell scores standing. Racing home ahead of the throw. Sac fly for Jose Cuevas. And the Revs have struck first again. It's 1-0.
Another sac fly. Keep adding to that total. Cueva's doing a job right there. Mitchell, a great job to get to third base and make that happen. And then the speed right there tagging. A lot of guys won't be able to tag on that ball or may just try to draw the throw, but Mitchell, like you said, never a doubt.
6th sack fly for the team in the last 5 games. Last night, the only one in those 5 that they did not have one. And here is Michael Burgess Sr. First pitch, he swings, fouls it off over the third base side of the stadium. Burgess at 200 coming in tonight, 7 home runs. 21 knocked in. Mesa at first with 1 out. One thing Fernandez from right did, he kept that throw low so the Mesa couldn't take off for second. Pitch is a fastball a little low. There was the possibility of it being cut off. As far as tonight's lineup go, we mentioned the inactives on our WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report, but Casilla, Mesa, also Dent, they're all playing banged up. Pitch to Burgess is up high, 2-1. Luke Westfall inactive for a couple of days. He needs a couple more days before he's back in. And with Goss and Severino missing starts this weekend, here's a throw over as Mesa dives in. Tomorrow, it's Robert Carson starting. So the Revs do not have a lefty in the bullpen tonight. They won't for a couple of days, at least until Westfall's back. Logan Williamson starts Saturday. Here's a swing and a pop-up. Left side, Pierre across into foul ground by the coach's box, and he'll make the grab. That is out number 2. And Burgess retired on the foul pop. And that'll bring up Ryan Dent with 2 outs in the inning. Revs a 1-0 lead. Baez, originally from San Juan, went to college in the U.S. He attended Arkansas Pine Bluff, then transferred to Division III Keystone College in La Plume, Pennsylvania. Division III, 3rd team All-American. They were national runner-ups. Scott Grimes went there and set every record as Dent looks at a strike outside corner.
I don't even know where La Plume, Pennsylvania is.
I'm not sure either, to be honest with you. I think it's near Scranton. Well, the 0-1, and that's in tight. Dent spins away. Ryan at 244, 6 homers, 17 driven in. Baez to the belt, and the pitch, it is a slider, sails off the plate away, 2-1. Baez actually led the nation in starts and strikeouts at Keystone. Had a no-hitter with 16 strikeouts in one game. The 2-1, and a swing and a pop-up in the infield. Second baseman Rodriguez in. It's going to be the first baseman Valentin, who was camped under it earlier, and he'll stay with it and make the catch. Revs do score the game's first run on 1 hit, 1 left, and that'll send us to the 3rd inning tonight. It's York 1 and the Road Warriors nothing.
This is Doug Sprankle, sales manager at York Mitsubishi, and I'm here to introduce the biggest nothing you've ever heard of. It's time for Nada Zip Zilch. That's what you pay in finance charges over 72 months with some of our most popular Mitsubishis, like the amazing all-new Eclipse Cross, the 7-passenger Outlander, and the ever-popular Outlander Sport. And to top that off, have a worry-free summer in your new Mitsubishi with no payments for 90 days. Gas prices got you down? Check out the high-tech, best-selling best-selling Outlander PHEV plug-in hybrid, rated at an amazing 74 miles per gallon equivalent for the 40-plus mile per gallon Mirage. It's like a go-kart on steroids for only $11,990. Big savings, top dollar for all trade-ins, and we want to approve everyone for credit. That means you too. More stuff for less money and almost twice the warranty of the competition. It's only at York Mitsubishi, around the corner of Route 30 and Roosevelt Avenue, York, where Mitsubishi's always costs less. Come check us out at yorkmitsubishi.com.
Since 1934, PSECU has given Pennsylvanians financial opportunities to live a better life. We are a credit union who offers valuable free and low-fee financial products, broad lending options, and outstanding money management for financing life. At PSECU, we are proud of who we are and committed to who we serve because our Pennsylvania roots run deep. We are banking on a difference. Visit PSECU.com to join us. This credit union is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration. Equal Opportunity Lender.
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Head of the third, 1-0, Revs in front. And Joe Van Meter will face 9-1 and 2, Hibbert, Pierre, and Martinez. As we go to the third inning, Van Meter a single allowed in each of the first two innings tonight. Infield hit last inning leading off, but allowed nothing else. Hibbert, who has gone 5 for 15 against the Revs, hitting only 185 overall though. First pitch is a fastball just inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Does have speed. In fact, in that Pacific Association, a little bit younger league out west, the 1-0, it misses away. I think it was Sanford, Darian Sanford led the league in steals 2 years, and the 1 year that he didn't in between it was Hibbert, or vice versa. Maybe Hibbert was twice. Pitch is a called strike, inside corner. Lancaster actually brought Hibbert in to begin the year, wondering might Lightning strike twice with acquiring top speed guys from that league, but Hibbert is yet to really hit. Van Meter missing high on him now. 3 balls and a strike. Trying to not put the speedy Hibbert on to start the inning. Van Meter ready, the 3-1, and a line drive to left field. That's going to be a hit. It one-hops the arch nemesis. Dotel handles it. He guns it. 1 hop to second, close, but Hibbert in on a head-first slide. Almost anybody else. And Dotel would have hosed him with that throw. It was a beauty, but it's a hustle double to lead off the third.
He wanted that double the whole way. A great turnaround first. Hibbert's got some wheels. We know that. Some quick strides for him. Not a big guy. That really was closer than I thought it was going to be. He got the hand in, though.
And he is now 6 for 16 against York. And we go to the top of the order. Gustavo Pierre, who struck out looking his first time. Red Warriors threatening to tie things up. 1-0 York. Here's the stretch. And Van Meter to the plate. Swinging a pop foul down the right field side and out of play. Pierre's got the Road Warrior colored bat. Bright red barrel, black on the handle. Previously hit 3rd and 5th in this series, but they put him in the leadoff spot tonight. It was the 0-1, and a ground ball toward the middle. Dent lays out, but it's on through. Hibbert around third, Witherspoon up throwing. It's cut by Burgess at the mound, and that ties it up. Road Warriors with an immediate answer, and Pierre slaps a single up the middle, 1-1. Hit it toward the shortstop side, but a little too far out of Dent's reach on the diving attempt.
Road Warriors answer to the next half inning after the Revs scored first last night. Of course, that was an unearned run that scored. But that was an inning started by Hibbert getting on base.
Same time frame, Revs scored in the second, Road Warriors tied it in the third. Now a similar script in the early going. Here's Osvaldo Martinez. First pitch, Pierre fakes going, and it's lined into right field for a hit. And Mitchell in to glove it, and he'll fire it all the way into Dent at short. 3 straight hits to start the inning. That one left up, and Martinez slaps it the other way. And with that fake from Pierre, Casilla, who was shaded towards second anyway, might have taken an extra step toward the bag. That right side of the infield wide open.
Just left that ball a little bit too high. And it's just been good pitch selection in the inning for the Road Warriors. They're jumping on pitches early in the count, and it's paid off.
Martinez came in hitting 111 against York. He is 2 for 2 tonight. Here's Jorge Fernandez. First pitch, he swings and skies it to center field, not deep. Witherspoon will position over, angles his body toward third, catch is made. Pierre will try him, throw to third on one hop. Cuevas dives but just missed him. And Pierre ahead first slide, he's in. Martinez goes to second as well. Almost a tremendous double play. Witherspoon did all he could, went over toward right center a couple steps where the ball was, positioned toward third to unleash that throw. And Pierre just got the hand of the front of the bag.
That was a great throw from Spoon. He got behind that really well and gave himself some momentum catching that ball and then going to third. Pierre, some lanky arms, got that left hand around the bag. Cuevas, a good job, though, securing the ball on the hop and then diving for the tag, but it was just that close.
Now here is Ruiz, almost hit. He was hit. Fastball in, nicked off the leg into Clark's mitt. Although the plate on Drew Hoagland said hit by pitch, Ruiz didn't react. I guess he didn't want to be hit. Now he will dejectedly unhook his shin guard, lay the bat down, and head to first. And that'll load the bases with 1 out.
That's an RBI opportunity for him. I'm sure he didn't want to get hit right there. That was pretty close. Van Meter looks a little out of sorts here this inning.
And Fletch will right now head out and talk with him. Well, our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. Here it's 1-1 in the third. Southern Maryland is at New Britain tonight. They're scoreless in the 4th inning. And Lancaster, who just got done hosting Somerset, they're now hosting the other Liberty Division contender. Long Island is in. And that game's scoreless in the 1st inning. Somerset and Sugarland both off tonight. Somerset a 3-game lead over Long Island and the Liberty. Meanwhile, Sugarland is within 1 game of Lancaster. The Barnstormers here in footsteps. Skeeters have made up 2 games the last 2 nights. So they are loaded. The visit is over. Geraldo Valentin at bat. First pitch is down and away. Clark slides over to stay in front of it. Trying a change up there to keep him off the fastball, but missed with it. Valentin, an infield hit that led off the 2nd inning. But he never made it past first base. There's the stretch from Joe. They set up in the 1-0. And a swing and a miss. High fastball. He was trying to launch. Came up empty. 1-1 our score. Road Warriors out hitting the Revs 5-1. Van Meter trying to limit the damage. Sets the hands at the belt. The pitch. And a swing and a foul back toward the roof. 1-2. Jumps ahead after that visit from Fletch. Pierre at third, Martinez at second. Ruiz on the hit by pitch, filling first base. Van Meter the stretch. The 1-2. That almost hit him. Fastball in, and Valentin jumped back. His jersey rippled a little bit. Fortunately, that wasn't the ball making contact with it. Now 2-2. Van Meter's 40th pitch of the night coming up. They're going to go right back in, and it's slapped the other way. Base hit down the line. Pierre scores. Martinez in behind him. At third, they will hold Ruiz as Mitchell fires it in from the corner. A 2-run double down the opposite line for Geraldo Valentin. The Road Warriors lead it 3-1. They wanted it in. It was middle away, and he went right with it and gives them the lead.
Again, some locations issues in the inning for Van Meter. And Valentin, a good job of slapping that thing down the first base line. Burgess is off the bag, and he just went with a pitch there with the bases loaded.
That is their first lead since they led 1-0 after an inning on Monday night. And the Revs then scored the next 10 en route to a 19-3 win. Here is Edwin Gomez, second and third. Pitch from Van Meter, it's low. As Clark gets down with that one. Gomez a fly out to center his first time. And with 2 men in scoring position, the infield back, they will concede another run if it's hit on the ground. Stretch from Joe. 1-0. Fastball up and in, and almost a late reach from Clark. Might have been crossed up. They're going to talk about it. This is the biggest inning that the Road Warriors have had offensively in this series. Held to 1 run last night. They had 1 2-run inning in each of the first 2 games. And Clark and Van Meter hopefully on the same page after that brief chat. This is the 7th hitter of the inning, still only 1 out. A long look in, Van Meter ready. And the 2-0, swing and a miss, a high fastball. Well, they went through a long sequence of signs, and then Clark faked going away and set up in. And I wonder if they thought maybe Valentin was on to what they were signaling. Revs have Devin Watts loosening in the bullpen. The 2-1, and there's a strike. Inside corner with a fastball, 2-2. Van Meter trying to come back here. Now ready. The pitch, swing, and he pops him up in the infield. Gomez slams the bat. Dent will walk in under it from short. Right in the middle of the infield dirt. He's got it 2 down. And if Van Meter can prevent these other 2 out there from scoring, only a 3-1 game as he tries to work his way out of it.
2-run deficit's nothing for this Revs team, especially the way they've scored runs in this series. And to be able to get a pop-up right there with the bases juiced is huge. And now it gives the opportunity for the Revs defense to play back all the way around. And guy at the plate, Rodriguez, who's struggling.
Melvin Rodriguez, a strikeout his first time in this game. And the pitch from Van Meter in the dirt. Clark down to a knee. He's on top of it. Watts just playing catch in the Revs bullpen, although now Cruz will squat down and he'll begin to cut it loose a little bit more. Saw James Pugliese, an impressive debut last night. Watts yet to get in. Would appear at some point tonight he will, hopefully a little later than sooner. Van Meter the stretch. Here's the 1-0, and that misses high. Lots and lots of pitches this inning. He's now at 47 for the night. He grabbed the rosin bag. His last start so smooth sailing at Southern Maryland. And tonight laboring a little bit. Now ready. The 2-0. And a rip at first, but Burgess is there. Reaches to the glove hand side, gloves it, takes it to the bag to end the inning. Fletch motions to the bullpen for Watts to sit down, save the bullets. And Van Meter saves his evening as he gets out of the inning, stranding two in scoring position. Hit fairly sharply, but at Burgess. 3 runs on 4 hits, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the third. Road Warriors lead it 3-1.
Rutter's has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rutter's Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rutter's. Why go anywhere else for seafood?
We solemnly swear we're up to no good, and we want all the wizards and witches to join us. It's Harry Potter Night, Friday, June 29th at People's Bank Park. Get points for your house in a costume contest or take part in the end-of-term feast. Plus, enter to win tickets to see Harry Potter and the Cursed Child on Broadway. With movie clips, your favorite characters, and more, it'll be more fun than you can put in the room of requirement. Harry Potter Night, Friday, June 29th. Tickets at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
Rutter's Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rutter's Kunzler hot dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler bacon wrapped cheddar dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchased. Must scan rewards card. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
This is Luke Westfall. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Bottom of the third, 3-1. Road Warriors lead it. After that 3-run inning, they have 6 hits, but Van Meter did limit the damage, stranding 2 others in scoring possession, and they motioned for Devin Watts to sit down and save it. I'm sure at some point tonight we will see him make his debut now that he's been up, but Van Meter will continue for now, and the Revs will look to answer. They had scored the first run last inning. It'll be Tyler Clark, Travis Witherspoon, and Alexi Casilla here in the home third. Clark in there as Baez deals, and Clark tries to bunt his way on, fouls it straight back though and upstairs. And Clark occasionally is a threat to bunt for a hit. Comes in hitting at .205, 5 home runs. Since May 24th, he has hit .255. That's when it really started to turn for him. There's the wind, the pitch, breaking ball, hooks outside. It all started with that 9 a.m. batting cage session with Noel Polanco. Actually, that would be ignorant to assume that. The work started way before that, but that's the day it turned. Pitch is a fastball, called strike, outside corner, 1-2.
I think it was before 9 o'clock.
It might have been.
It was about, I mean, I know the bus got there that day. We left here around 8:15. Got there probably a little before 9.
Pitch is swung on and missed. Slider gets him.
And they were already in the cage at that point, so that must have been like a grab some quick breakfast, get in the cage.
It's way before I was there, I can promise you that. That is the 3rd strikeout for Baez. We go back to the top of the order, and Travis Witherspoon was struck out by Baez his first time. Baez signed his first pro deal with Evansville of the Frontier League. Pitch to Spoon is up high. Been there the last 2 years, also with Mayaguez of the Puerto Rican Winter League. There's the wind and the 1-0. And a swing and a drive deep toward the wall in left. That'll hit it on the fly. And even with Witherspoon's speed, he can't get to, although hindsight, Ruiz juggled it. And at that point, Spoony perhaps could have, but he absolutely drilled that ball, a rocket that hit the wall halfway up, right off the bottom of the 1741 club sign. It's a one-out single.
He stroked that ball, and in his first at-bat, he was a little bit under a couple of the pitches from Baez. Looked like he was trying to get one elevated. He did get one elevated there. But you know, that's just a nemesis single.
Yeah. One thing, I was reading a very interesting article, and that in and of itself, me reading, that's impressive. Here's Alexi. First pitch is popped up, shallow right. Fernandez coming in. He'll call off the second baseman, Rodriguez, going out. And he makes the grab for out number 2.
Well, that's a good call off there because Rodriguez was going out there, going to have to catch it over his shoulder. He looked really uncomfortable. It's a good call off by Fernandez.
Well, I stumbled across this article of what could have been in Chicago like 30 years ago. There was an architect, young at the time, had an idea for the new White Sox stadium that didn't happen. But the idea was based on building a ballpark into city blocks the way it was done in the old days, as Baez throws over and Spoon dives in. And that's where you would get a lot of your crazy dimensions and everything. And I was walking around this stadium the other day giving a tour and reminded me that that's the way this one is. As Witherspoon leaning, but a balk called. Baez would have had him picked had it been legal. Brian DeBrouwer, the first base ump, though, says that the front foot, the left foot, not the one against the rubber, moved first. And that caused Witherspoon to flinch. So he'll go to second on what is a balk. Oh, Rafael Montalvo in the Road Warriors dugout hollers that everybody in the league does it. Ellie Rodriguez waving his hands toward DeBrouwer doesn't approve either.
I think with a balk call, you really have to be certain, and it has to be something really blatant. But, hey, it works out for the Revs.
First pitch to Dotel, a swing and a miss. So he's got an RBI opportunity now. Struck out his first time. But yeah, People's Bank Park built to fit the streets here, and thus we have our left field dimensions in the big wall, which Witherspoon might be not too thrilled about at the moment. Probably a double anywhere else, at least. Pitch is fouled against the screen. No balls, 2 strikes now. Baez gets ahead of Dotel. You have the NBA draft up? What's going on?
Nah, I don't have it up. Yeah, I got it up. You got to get it up. I know, you know, we've been so busy.
No secrets in here.
We've been so busy with this homestand. We almost forgot today. I reminded myself around 6:30 and I completely forgot.
Now look back, 0-2. That's in tight. Dotel yanks the arms upward. Revs trying to at least get a run back here with a hit, trailing 3-1. Has a pick been made yet?
Well, I wouldn't know because it keeps freezing.
Oh,
and
okay.
I got to keep refreshing. But no, when it last froze, there were still a few minutes left on the clock for the first pick.
On a 1-2. And a swing and a bouncer. Baez reaches up to glove it. He'll run toward first. An underhand there. Inning over. Dotel couldn't quite chop it over the outstretched glove of the pitcher who climbed the ladder. No runs, 1 hit, runner left at second. We'll go to the 4th. Michael with the play-by-play. The Revs trail the Road Warriors 3-1.
Tired of hearing that music? Especially when you already have that same ice cream in your freezer. Try something new and amazing with Tropical Shaved Ice. On Monday morning after the big company event, do you want the buzz down the hall to be, how awesome was this year's company picnic? Then crush boredom and bring on Kona Ice with over 32,000 flavor combinations. This is not your typical lackluster snow cone. Their flavors are bold and delicious. Fuzzy Navel, Margarita, Blue Hawaiian. Kona Ice is dairy-free, gluten-free, and they even offer flavors that are sugar and dye-free. No party is too big or too small. They can serve up to 1,000 people per hour. They have party packages starting as low as $100. To add more excitement to your next event, find them online.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Local sports on WOYK are brought to you by Maple Donuts, a family tradition since 1946.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Revs trail the Road Warriors 3-1, top of inning number 4 in the finale of this 4-game series. Michael Marcantonini and Darrell Henry in the booth. 3 runs on 6 hits, no errors for the Road Warriors. 1 run on just 2 hits, no errors for the Revs. Joe Van Meter back out for a 4th inning of work. Now the right-hander Van Meter, veteran, struggled in the 3rd inning, gave up 3 runs. Did so on 4 hits. He did strand 2 runners on when he got a pop-up and a ground out to end the inning. Now, the only man that didn't hit in the 3rd for the Road Warriors, Isaac Wenrick, leading off, and he sends this one out to deep right center field. Spoon drifting over in the gap, and he makes the grab shy of the track. 1 up, 1 down on 1 pitch here in the top of the 4th.
And Joe's gotten a lot of flyouts tonight, and maybe the ball is up a little bit more than normal. He got hurt on a couple of those last inning, but quick outs are good, and if he can bounce back, give him a couple more innings tonight, still a chance to put them in a decent position here, even though they trail at the moment.
1 out, no one on. Here's the 9-hitter Matt Hibbert. Doubled and scored a run in the 3rd inning. He takes a strike on the outer half, 0-1. Hibbert got that rally started, doubled to the corner in left center. A hustle doubled. Wellington Dotel played it really well, ricocheting off the wall and threw a dart to second, but Hibbert got his hand in. Now he puts one in the 5.5 hole into left field, another hit. So Hibbert continues his hot ways at the plate against the Revs. He's 2 for 2. Well, Hibbert was quietly 3 for 3 last night. All singles, and he scored a run. The night before, came into the game as a defensive replacement for Ray and stayed in, hit twice, he walked once. So he's now reached base in his last 3. In his last 4 against the Revs, he was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded that night in game 1 of the series. Move over, Hibbert dives back safely.
He is 5 for 39 against the rest of the league, 7 for 17 against York.
Him and Corey Vaughn been hanging out, Rev killers?
Maybe.
Now here's Gustavo Pierre at the top of the lineup, right-handed hitter. And the first pitch from Van Meter, breaking ball misses high and in. It's 1-0. 1 down in the inning. Hibbert leads off first. Hibbert's got some great speed. Now Pierre ready to hit. Van Meter from the stretch. He's had to work out of the stretch a lot tonight. Clark sets up outside the 1-0. Check swing from Pierre, but it's called a strike anyway. Drew Hoagland called it strike 1. Counts 1-1. 1 out in the inning. 3-1 lead for the Road Warriors. Revs looking for the sweep. They've already clinched a series win. Their second chance at a sweep here at home. One and 1 the count. Hibbert leads off first. Double play depth up the middle for the Revs. And the pitch from Van Meter. He misses low and outside right there, and the count goes to 2-1. Pierre had an RBI single in that 3-run third inning. Struck out looking his first time up. Last night went 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. 4 strikeouts the night before that. And the 2-1 from Van Meter. Misses low and away once again. The control issues continue for Joe. And that's something that was not to be expected coming into tonight. Van Meter walked 2 in his last start, but has only walked 8 all season in 12 appearances on the mound, 4 of them starts. Came in with 34 strikeouts and only 8 walks. Hibbert leads off first, being held on. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Hibbert takes off. Pitch is swung on and lifted into medium depth in right field. Hibbert will have to retreat. Mitchell under it. He makes the grab. Throw into first. Not in time. It skips by Burgess, but Van Meter the backup. So he gets the 3-1 pitch over. Pierre sends it in the air to right, but playable out there for Mitchell, and there's 2 down in the inning.
Yeah, big out. Hibbert had a pretty good jump there. Behind in the count to get that out. With this guy coming up, Martinez, he's got 2 hits already.
Here's Osvaldo, 2 for 2 with a pair of singles and a run scored. He scored from second on Valentin's double down the right field line in the 3rd inning. Road Warriors looking to extend their 3-1 lead. Here's the pitch from Van Meter. Fastball right down the chute, 88 on the gun. Road Warriors have 7 hits, and we're not even through the 4th yet. Martinez again rocking the high socks. It looks like he's wearing shorts and not baseball pants. The socks are up so high.
These are like thigh highs.
Yeah. I mean, that is the definition of high socks. Martinez awaiting the 0-1 from Van Meter. Hibbert leads off first once again. Decent sized lead. Now he takes off. Throw from Clark to the bag a little bit high. Slapped down by Dent, not in time. A good throw, just a bit high like I said, and Hibbert a face first steal. A slide into second. So credit Hibbert with a stolen bag. Van Meter 1 strike away though from retiring the side. The pitch was called a strike on Martinez. Now Hibbert a decent lead off second. He's in scoring position with 2 down. 3-1 lead for the Road Warriors, top 4. Van Meter looks out at second and the pitch. 0-2 misses high and away. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Revs got their run in the second. It came in on a Cuevas sac fly. They scored first in the game. Road Warriors answered right back with 3 in the 3rd. Van Meter looking to put up a 0 here in the 4th. Man on second, 2 down. 0-2 or 1-2 count on Martinez. Check at second, leg kick and the pitch. Off the end of the bat, flipped into right field, down in front of Mitchell. Hibbert around third, he will score. A 2-out, 2-strike single the other way for Osvaldo Martinez. The Road Warriors add on. It's a 4-1 game. So much for the lack of success that Martinez has had against this Revs team. He's 3 for 3 with 3 singles. He gives the Road Warriors an insurance run there. And the Hibbert stolen base ends up paying huge dividends in the inning for the Road Warriors.
Yeah, he's piling up all those hits against York tonight. That was a good piece of hitting. That pitch was away. It was at least on the corner, if not off, and just reached out and flared it.
Here's Jose Fernandez, switch hitter batting left, takes low in the dirt. Clark keeps it in front, 1-0. Opponents came into tonight hitting .263 against Van Meter. Righties .238, lefties .324, but it's righties tonight that have given Joe a ton of trouble. Martinez is 3 for 3, Pierre has a single, Valentin is 2 for 2, Hibbert is 2 for 2, so it's the right-handed hitters that have been doing the damage. 1-0 coming. Here's the pitch from Joe. Change up, good one in on the hands. It's 1-1. 2 outs in the inning, 4-1 lead for the Road Warriors, top 4. Van Meter's gone 5 2/3 or more in 3 of his last 4 starts. He's 1-1 in that span. Tonight, it's looking less and less like he'll get into the 6th inning. Right now, he's hoping to get through inning number 4. One strike pitch. It was 1-1. There's another changeup flailed at by Fernandez. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So once again, Van Meter 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. But if only it was that simple, Darryl.
Yeah. It's a frustrating game. It can be that close.
8 hits in the game for the Road Warriors. They have 4 runs. The 1-2 pitch. Martinez takes off for second. Fly ball deep left center field. Dotel giving chase. And that one's going to be off the wall. Martinez will come in to score. It'll be a double for Fernandez standing up. And the Road Warriors add another. It's a 4-run lead at 5-1 here in the top of the 4th. And Van Meter struggling in this one. Just doesn't seem to have it tonight. A really solid first 2 innings, especially the first. But, Darryl, I think that we know how good Joe Van Meter can be, and it just wasn't his night tonight, as Mark Mason's going to come out to the mound, and it looks like he will pull his starter.
Yeah, just never really in sync tonight. That ball really carried, the one that Fernandez just hit, but just never got into sync in this one. And I think the biggest thing, the simplest thing, is the ball was up more tonight than it has been in other starts. Didn't have the pinpoint command of his changeup either, which often gets a lot of swings and misses for him.
Well, Mace is going to bring in Devin Watts, the young right-hander. We'll take a quick break and let you know more about Devin when we come back. 5-1 Road Warriors lead in the top of the 4th. Stick with us.
Brimmer has been York's license and notary specialist since 1969. An approved online messenger for PennDOT, it offers registration and driver's license renewals, online title transfers, money orders, and notary service, all with a friendly staff that guarantees your satisfaction. For more information on Brimmer's convenient hours and fast service, call 717-699-1060 in York or visit them on the web at brimmers.com. Brimmer Fast Licensing and Notary Service with 4 convenient locations in York and Lancaster.
Shipley Energy is more than just an energy company. We're a family tradition. Our goal is to provide outstanding customer service and to make energy easy for you. From heating oil and propane to natural gas and electricity, our team can help. We also offer HVAC services, installation, maintenance, and service plans to keep your home safe and comfortable. In addition, our team can improve the quality of water in your home. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-5-SHIPLEY. We make energy easy.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
This is Paul Fletcher. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Revs trail by 4. It's a 5-1 lead for the Road Warriors, top of the 4th inning. 2 outs in the inning, runners at first and second. Joe Van Meter has been pulled from the game after just 3 2/3 innings, his shortest start of the season by far. New pitcher is Devin Watts, young right-hander, previously in the Atlanta Braves system at High A, Florida with the Fire Frogs before coming to York. He's just the latest Rev to make his team debut. With 2 outs, he'll face Jose Ruiz, the left fielder. First pitch from Watts is a fastball in for a strike, 89 on the gun. Watts, 6 foot, 205-pound right-hander. April 21st, 1995, the birthday. It's the same year I was born. It's the same age as me. The 0-1, in on the hands, out to left center field and shallow. Dotel coming on, and he makes the grab to retire the side. So Watts needs just 2 pitches to get his new team out of the 4th inning, but the Road Warriors strike for a couple more. They get 2 more runs. They lead at 5-1. And after 3.5, they hold that 4-run lead. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th, see if the Revs can cut into the deficit.
Have
Have you heard? Royal Farms has gotten the national culinary recognition it deserves. Yeah, in Food and Wine magazine's article, 10 gas station foods across the country that are worth the detour, they put Royal Farms' world-famous chicken at the top of the list. Well, we've always known that Royal Farms has the best fried chicken, but now the whole world knows. So hurry into a Royal Farms to pick up some of their nationally recognized world-famous chicken before the world beats a path to their door. Royal Farms, real fresh, real fast.
If you own a tractor-trailer business, then you know the cost of having your rig down instead of on the road. Rivers Truck Center in Red Lion keeps your trucks on the road by providing a one-stop shop for all your trucking needs. Rivers handles full-service truck sales and carries a full line of parts for all makes and models, has their own full-service collision center, and provides 24-hour emergency towing and roadside assistance. Check out riverstruck.com for more info. There's a reason Rivers Truck Center has been in business for over 40 years. They really do care.
It is easy being green. In York County, trash is safely managed at a waste-to-energy facility where it is used as fuel to produce electricity. The electricity generated from trash is enough to power 20,000 homes. That's enough to light the entire city of York. Learn more at www.ycswa.com. Garbage is power.
This is Ryan Dent. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Bottom of the fourth inning from Peoples Bank Park in downtown York. Revs trail the Road Warriors 5-1. Joe Van Meter lasted just 3 2/3 innings tonight. He left with 2 outs in the fourth. Devin Watts, the young newcomer for the Revs, got the final out of the inning on 2 pitches. Got Ruiz to fly out to left. Now Jared Mitchell, the cleanup hitter for the Revs, will lead off in the bottom of the fourth. The Revs have just 2 hits tonight with 1 run off right-handed starter Felix Baez for the Road Warriors. Baez has kept opponents, in the hit department low this year, but not in the walk department. And Mitchell, first pitch swinging off the end of the bat, diving grab at second by Melvin Rodriguez. And on 1 pitch, a dandy of an out there. Rodriguez diving to his right up the middle. Robs Mitchell of a base hit. The pitch might have been a changeup there. Mitchell swinging at it, couldn't get a read on it, but he was a little out in front, got it off the end of the bat. He lines out a diving grab by Rodriguez at the Keystone. 1 up, 1 down on 1 pitch. Here's Melky Mesa, the DH. Mesa 2 for 6 with 2 runs scored in that 19-3 win for the Revs a few nights ago, but that's the only game he's played this series. First pitch to him is a strike over. It's 0-1. Mesa battling a quad injury that's, healed enough for him to hit, but he can't play the field quite yet. So he continues to DH. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball misses off the plate. It's 1-1. 5-1 lead for the Road Warriors bottom 4. They got 3 in the third, 2 in the fourth. The Revs' lone run came in the second on Jose Cuevas' sac fly to right. 1-1 the count on Mesa. The pitch. Checked his swing. Appeal down to first. No swing, says Brian DeBrouwer. It's 2-1. It was a slider low and away that Mesa laid off. 9 hits in the game for the Road Warriors, just 2 for the Revs. Mesa looking to make it 3. Now the pitch from Baez. Fastball misses high and tight. Revs have only had 3 base runners on the night, 2 hits and a walk. Mesa in a hitter's count, it's 3-1. Baez out of the windup, the pitch. Fastball sent into the netting behind home plate, it's full. Isaac Wenrick, the catcher for the Road Warriors, has done a good job working with Baez tonight, calling a good game back there. Well, Mesa back in there with a full count. 1 out, no one on. Revs trail by 4. Well, Mesa steps out, calls time. Home half of the 4th inning of a game where the Revs haven't gotten much going at all against Baez. Well, Baez, the pitch to the plate, the 3-2. Fastball popped up, out of play though, and the count remains full. Baez struck out 2 in a 1-2-3 first. Gave up a hit and a walk in the second when the Revs scored a run. Faced 4 in the third, gave up just a single, and now has the first out here of the fourth. 3-2 pitch coming up once more. Here it is. Mesa fouls it into the netting once again, and Melky really making Felix work here. Over his last 2 starts, Baez has logged 10 innings, given up just 3 hits and 2 earned runs, but he's walked 10. He's also struck out 8. And the 3-2 once more, low and away. Mesa takes, and that's a great AB right there from Melky. Works a 1-out walk, so he trots down to first base. He's reached safely twice tonight. Single, and now the base on balls. That'll bring up Cuevas. Jose's enjoyed a nice series, 4 for 13 with a 3-run home run. That came in game 2 of this series, the 9-3 win for the Revs on Tuesday. He's also scored 4 runs. He and Tyler Clark and Wellington Dotel have all scored 4 runs this series. There's been a lot of runs scored by the Revs. The first pitch to Jose, fastball grounded out to third. This could be 2. Pierre to second for 1. Rodriguez the turn. It's in time. A 5-4-3 around the horn double play gets Baez out of the inning. No runs on no hits, no errors, and none left on. We'll go to the top of the 5th. Revs trail the Road Warriors 5-1.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I'm spending that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
This is Chang Choi, athletic trainer of the York Revolution. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Top of inning number 5, Revs trail the Road Warriors 5-1. Devin Watts back out for his first full inning of work. Got the final out on 2 pitches in the top of the 4th. He took over for Joe Van Meter, who was not effective tonight. Went just 3 2/3, gave up the 5 runs, all earned. Was missing spots, leaving pitches up. It just was not Joe's night. But Devin Watts was quick to get the final out of the 4th. He'll face Valentin Gomez Rodriguez, 5-6-7 for the Road Warriors in the 5th. First pitch from Watts is a fastball that misses in, 1-0. Told you a little bit about Watts before the end of the top of the 4th. He's just 23 years of age, from Mooresville, North Carolina, from Tusculum, Tennessee. Or he went to school in Tusculum, Tennessee. 2-0 the count on Valentin. Originally a 17th round pick of the Braves in 2016. Was with High A, Florida in their system before being released this year. Now a chopper back to him, he has it. Takes the time, points to first, throws over to Burgess at the bag. It's a 1-3 putout for Watts. He's retired the first 2 he's faced. And with 1 down, that brings up Edwin Gomez, the DH.
A good start for him. He's had to wait a couple of nights the way these games have played out. He was up the previous inning before he got in, so he's had to have some patience. But we've heard good stuff about him. Been told that his velocity is very good, movement on the fastball is very good. They were excited to get a look at him.
First pitch is a breaking ball outside to Gomez. It's 1-0. A youngster here in the Atlantic League. The Revs bringing in a handful of young guys in a veteran league. Nick King, a young infielder, brought in yesterday. James Puglisi, a young right-handed thrower, made his debut last night. There's a ball outside. It's 2-0. 1 out in the inning, no one on. 5-1 lead for the Road Warriors, top 5. Now the left-handed hitting Gomez in the box. And the pitch, laced foul down the right field line. The switch hitting Gomez, I should add. 2 balls and 1 strike to count now. 1 down in the inning.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Watts. The pitch, here it is. Fastball that misses just off the plate. And it's 3-1. Can't really see the plate right now, Darryl.
Now you have to be a switch broadcaster.
Yeah. 5-1 lead for the Road Warriors. And Watts' pitch is fouled off. It's full. Zach Treese warming up in the bullpen for the Revs. For the time being, though, it looks like Watts will get at least this inning. And for the Revs' sake, they hope he can get through it, as Joe Van Meter only went 3 2/3 today. They thought they were going to get more out of Joe, a guy who's had gone 5 2/3 or more in his last 3 starts. And the full count pitch, low in the zone, ball 4. And Ruiz works a 1-out walk, so he'll head down to first base. Or Gomez, excuse me. I'm all screwed up because I'm trying to see the plate and don't know who's up anymore.
Challenging environment at times.
Here's Melvin Rodriguez, who made a nice diving catch on a line drive hit by Jared Mitchell to start the bottom of the 4th inning, robbing Mitchell of a hit. The left-handed hitter up with 1 on and 1 out. First pitch from Watts is a fastball that I guess misses. I heard strike from a fan, but not from the home plate umpire Drew Hoagland. And the count's 1-0. Rodriguez digs back in. And the 1-0 pitch from Watts. Swinging him his breaking ball. Runner goes. A huge jump for Gomez. He steals second base. A good throw from Clark, but just no chance to get the runner there. Gomez was about halfway when Watts released that pitch. 1-1 the count with 1 down. Runner on second now. 5-1 lead for the Road Warriors here in the away half of the 5th inning. Watts comes set. Looks at second. And the 1-1 pitch to Rodriguez. Fastball in there for a strike. Registering at 90 miles an hour on the gun. It's 1-2. Brings the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gomez's stolen base is the 2nd of the night for the Road Warriors. Hibbert had one earlier. And now the 1-2 pitch. Rodriguez flails at a breaking ball, strike 3. A nice pitch there from Watts to get out number 2. His first punch out in a Revs uniform. He's now retired 3 of the 4 batters he's faced. We'll bring up Isaac Wenrick, and that'll be a huge lift for the Revs, Darryl, if Watts can get through this inning unscathed and get it into the bottom of the 5th, which is still a 4-run game.
Yeah, it's got to be happy with what you've seen from Watts and from Puglisi the other night.
2 outs in the inning, man on second. Wenrick at the dish, 0-2 the count. And the pitch from the right-hander Watts. Fastball that's in for a strike. It's 0-1. This is Wenrick's first start of the series. He came in a couple nights ago behind the dish as a defensive replacement. Now the 0-1 breaking ball misses off the plate and low. It's 1-1. Road Warriors holding a 5-1 lead. The Revs are looking to keep it at 5-1. 11 hits combined in the game, but the Road Warriors have 9 of them. Watts set on the mound, the pitch, 1-1, sent up the middle, a line drive base hit into center. Being sent around is Gomez, he will score. Throw goes into second, and it's a 6-1 lead for the Road Warriors. A 2-out RBI single for Isaac Wenrick, his first hit of the night. And the Road Warriors have added at least a run for the 3rd straight inning.
A lot of guys tonight that have really struggled this year have managed to come up with big hits for them. It's their 10th hit of the game. Wenrick gets into the act, but Hibbert here, he's got 2. Martinez has 3.
Now Matt Hibbert, just mentioned by Darryl, up, and he takes a strike. It's 0-1. So Watts surrenders his first hit of the evening. It's an RBI single. Road Warriors have been aggressive tonight, and they've continued to pile onto their lead as Hibbert flails at a breaking ball, misses it 81 miles an hour, so can really change speed, Watts. And now it's 0-2. Man on first is Wenrick. 2 down in the inning. 10 hits in the game now for the Road Warriors. First time they've done that this series. A look over at first. And the pitch. Wenrick takes off. Curveball laced into center field for a hit. Going first to third is Wenrick. Head first slide in there. Another 2-out hit for the Road Warriors, and it's 1st and 3rd with 2 outs.
Well, Matt Hibbert has been the biggest instigator tonight for their offense out of the number 9 spot. 3 for 3. He started the 3-run third, basically started the 2-run rally in the 4th, and now a 2-out hit here to keep this one moving.
Mace out to the mound again. It looks like he's going to pull Watts from this game, and he will. So Watts gets 2 outs in the 5th. He got 1 out in the bottom or the top of the 4th, so he does go 1 full inning, but he gives up 1 run. He's responsible for the 2 runners on base. Zach Treese coming in. We'll tell you more about Zach when we come back.
You know, something funny happens when people buy their dream home. They can both look at the same thing and see it in an entirely different way. He sees a man cave, while she sees an art room.
Hi, my name is Ryan Scott with J.G. Wentworth Home Lending, and this has become a common theme from our happy customers. With our competitive rates, quick process, and close-on-time guarantee, why would you choose another mortgage company to finance your dreams? Call us today at 855-JGW-LEND so we can get you on your path towards home ownership.
J.G. Wentworth Home Lending will take care of all the details of purchasing your home so you can focus on what to do once you move in. You know, will that great backyard be a beautiful garden? Or a beautiful new pool? Yeah, that's one detail we'll leave up to you. Call 855-JGW-LEND today. Mortgage loans offered by J.G. Wentworth Home Lending, LLC, 3550 Commission Court, Woodbridge, Virginia, NMLS ID 2925, NMLSConsumerAccess.org, Equal Housing Lender.
I'm a meal delivery engineer, you know, a server, and I love it. But now, with Keno from the Pennsylvania Lottery, this place is livelier than 2-for-1 app night. See, while I guide my guests from nachos to gnocchi, they're picking numbers to win cash with drawings every 4 minutes. Keno's fun, exciting, and goes with everything on the menu, except maybe the 4-alarm fries. Stay away from those. Keno, it's here. Play it at your favorite bar or restaurant. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Devin Watts gets just 3 outs in his Revs debut. The Revs trail the Road Warriors 6-1 in the top of the 5th. Watts lifted from the game in favor of Zach Treese. Runners at the corners and 2 outs. Here's the leadoff hitter, Gustavo Pierre. Q shot out to first on the first pitch he sees. Burgess gobbles it up. And on one pitch, Zach Treese gets out of the top of the 5th. But another run comes in to score for the Road Warriors. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors. They leave 2. We'll take another break, then we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Revs down 6-1.
As
As you clean it out, keep in mind Community Aid's looking for your lucky leftovers. After you wrap up your yard sale, donate what's left over at your closest Community Aid Drive-Up Donation Center. They're attached to each of Community Aid's incredible thrift stores in our area. Hanover, Harrisburg, Lancaster, Mechanicsburg, and Selinsgrove. Community Aid wants your lucky leftovers to help more than 750 local charities. Learn more at communityaid.net. But don't forget, give your lucky leftovers to Community Aid. Neighbors helping neighbors.
Carmen Fusco Pro Baseball and Softball Academy in New Cumberland offers a variety of lesson plans for every budget. Owner Carmen Fusco has 38 years of Major League Baseball experience, and our staff is made up entirely of professional instructors, including Carmen Fusco, Sam Knott, TJ Cronenberger, and Lisa Baker. We offer one-on-one private instruction, camps and clinics, and year-round travel ball programs focused on developing the player. We differ from other facilities because we offer professional instruction with Major League Baseball techniques. We also provide free college placement for our athletes. Conveniently located off I-83 between Harrisburg and York, check out Carmen Fusco Pro Baseball and Softball Academy in New Cumberland and go online to FuscoProBaseball.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Hey, this is Jacoby Jones, Super Bowl champ, Dancing with the Stars. If y'all didn't vote for me, it's y'all fault I lost, but you're listening to the radio, WOYK 1350, baby.
Six to 1 Road Warriors lead, bottom of the fifth inning. The Revs have yet to figure out Felix Baez tonight. He's back out for another inning of work. He's allowed just 1 run on 2 hits through 4 strong innings as he continues to keep opponents down in the hit column. He gave up just 3 hits in his last 2 starts combined. Michael Burgess will be the first one to get a crack in the 5th. It's Burgess, Dent, Clark, 7-8-9 for the Revs. Burgess, the average at 200 on the season. He's hit 7 homers, though, and he's also driven in 19 runs as he takes a fastball on the outside corner for a strike. Burgess 2 for 7 this series with a home run, 2 RBIs. He's also scored 2 runs. Now here comes the 0-1 pitch to the lefty slugger. He takes inside. It's 1-1. Burgess hit an opposite field home run to left center 2 nights ago. The ball that was in and out of Anthony Ray's glove over the fence. And the 1-1 pitch from Baez. Burgess takes low and away. It's 2-1. Ray was attempting to rob the home run and crashed into the left center field wall. The ball ricocheted in and out of his glove over the fence. A ball that, you know, he reached his glove above the wall, so it would have gone out either way as Burgess checks his swing on a breaking pitch, but he goes around. It's 2-2. So it wasn't like a Jose Canseco type play where he's on the warning track, the ball hits out of his glove and goes over. This was at the wall, glove over the on top of the wall, and it went in and out. Burgess got home run number 7 to take the team lead with that shot. The 2-2 pitch from Baez popped up middle of the diamond. I mean, straight up middle of the diamond. Who wants it? Gustavo Pierre reaches on the mound. He ranges on top of the rubber near that spot and makes the catch. 1 out here in the 5th.
Now, for the number of times that you see a pop up near the mound, how many times do you see it literally right above the rubber? That's a tough place to be for an infielder trying to make that play, but Pierre's sticking with it.
Usually I'm able to say, you know, left side of the diamond, right side, and that thing was just straight up.
Yeah.
Now with 1 down and no one on, here's the shortstop, Dent. Revs trail 6-1, bottom 5. Baez, the pitch to the plate, fastball laced down the left field line, but foul onto the concourse. I think that hit off one of the snack sheds down in left field. 0-1 the count. Road Warriors have 11 of the 13 hits in the game. That means the Revs have just 2. Travis Witherspoon has 1 of them, Melky Mesa the other. Dent 0 for 1 with a pop out to first. The 0-1 pitch is fouled off. Dent playing a little banged up. dealing with some everyday soreness day to day. Little hip and back issues. But he's good enough to play, as are a handful of the Revs. Not everybody is hurt, even though we may make it seem like they are. Now the 0-2 to Dent, fastball misses way high, skips to the backstop. The injury bug is crippling the Revs right now, and it has for most of the season, Darryl, but for what they've dealt with, they've weathered the storm pretty well.
They really have. I mean, in some ways, all the guys they've had go down to be over 500 like this, you've got to be happy.
1-2 coming to Dent, fastball high and tight for a ball, 2-2. How does this compare to some recent Revs seasons with the injury situation?
I would say way, way more so than normal. I really would.
Well, 2-2 pitch coming to Dent. Here it is. Breaking ball, he laid off, low and away. Appeal down to first, no swing, says Brian DeBrouwer. Dent checked. And you just got the feeling early on this year that it was going to be one of those challenging seasons in terms of health. Cuevas, Mesa early on were both on the disabled list. Goss then followed. Now he's back on. Wilson joins him. 3-2 to Dent. Strike three called, lower half of the zone. Dent doesn't like it. He was on his way down to first, but Drew Hoagland rings him up. Another strikeout for Baez. That's his fourth, and first since the third inning. Dent's now 0 for 2. That brings up Clark.
Well, there have been some years where, maybe somebody that you thought would be here doesn't get cleared coming into spring training or something like that, or somebody early in the year goes down. But the number of guys that have been impacted, even if it's day to day.
Tyler Clark swings at the first pitch, sends it out to deep right center field. And Fernandez is there. He makes the grab a few feet shy of the track. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Felix Baez. Revs have been stifled by the right-hander tonight. Through 5 innings, the Road Warriors lead at 6-1. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back for the top of the 6th next on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Planning your next visit to York? Book your stay at Courtyard by Marriott. Conveniently situated near local businesses, shopping, dining, downtown, and local attractions, Courtyard by Marriott features a state-of-the-art lobby, inviting flexible spaces to work or relax, free Wi-Fi, our well-equipped fitness center, and a bistro offering healthy options and refreshing choices, including Starbucks and an evening bar. Your stay is sure to be more comfortable, productive, and enjoyable than ever before. Courtyard by Marriott, 2799 Concord Road in York. Book your stay at 717-840-7840.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Hi, this is United States Olympic gold medalist Jenny Finch. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350. WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Six to 1 Road Warriors lead, top of the 6th. Zach Treese stays in. He only threw 1 pitch in the bottom of the 5th, getting the last out of that inning. It's been a tough night for the Revs in the field and on the mound. Joe Van Meter went just 3 2/3. Devin Watts out of the bullpen went just 1 inning. Pitched in parts of 2 separate. And now Zach Treese, who got the final out of the last inning. He'll face 2, 3, 4 in the Road Warriors order: Martinez, Fernandez, and Ruiz. Martinez has been a tough out tonight. He's 3 for 3 with 3 singles, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. Matt Hibbert in the 9 hole is 3 for 3 with a double, 2 singles, and a run scored. As Treese gets a strike over to Omart, it's 0-1. 6 runs on 11 hits, no errors for the Road Warriors. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors for the Revs. Now the 0-1 coming from Zach Treese. Slider misses away. It's 1-1. Zach Treese has been excellent for the Revs lately. He truly has been one of their better relievers over the last month, as that's one shot past the diving Cuevas into left field for a base hit. A 4-for-4 night for Osvaldo Martinez. Talk about a guy who was struggling to even reach base against this team coming in to tonight, and now he has 4 hits.
Yeah, previous 5 games, 1 for 18. And previously against the Revs, 4 for 36, but 4 for 4 tonight.
So with a man on and no outs, here's Jose Fernandez, the right fielder. First pitch from Treese is a fastball over for a strike, top half of the strike zone. The Revs have struggled keeping the leadoff man off base tonight. Third time the leadoff man has been on for the Road Warriors. Martinez a short leadoff first, and the pitch to Fernandez. Slider low in the zone. It's 1-1. 6-1 lead. They've gotten the 6 runs on 12 hits, have the Road Warriors. Revs offensively have been able to get nothing going against Felix Baez, the Road Warriors starter. The 1-1 from Treese, way outside. It's 2-1. Well, for Zach, a 7.31 ERA, but it continues to go down. It was very high to start the season, over 100 after his second outing. He's 0-1 in 14 appearances, 16 innings. See, this is a fly ball out to right. Mitchell a sliding grab in right. A throw back to first base, not in time. Nice sliding grab by Mitchell in the right field corner for out number 1 in the inning. And that's a big help. It could have been a first and third, second and third situation there, but Mitchell got to the ball in right. There's 1 out with a man on here in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, he makes so many difficult plays look easy. That ball sinking, and he had to go toward the line. It's an easier play for a right-hand thrower with the glove on the left hand, but just reached across as he went into that slide and plucked it right above the grass. Made it look easy, even though it wasn't.
Here's Ruiz. First pitch to him, a slider that misses inside and low. Clark makes the grab on it. 1-0 the count. Ruiz, one of the more recent signings for this Road Warriors club. He started at first base last night and was in left field the night before, back in left tonight. He's 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch tonight. Ball that just grazed his jersey. 1-0 from Treese, sent into the netting behind home plate. It's 1-1. One and one the count with 1 out in the inning. Ruiz, the left-handed slugger at the dish. He's ready to hit. Treese a move over to first. And back safely is the runner Martinez. And the 1-1 from Treese. Swing and a miss. Fastball low in the zone. A good pitch there from Zach. 86 on the gun. And the count's 1-2. So Treese 1 strike away from getting out number 2 here in the inning. Revs already down 5 in this one. The bats have been silent against Felix Baez. The Road Warriors bats have been far from silent. And the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, fastball low in the zone. Zach Treese gets the punch out. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th.
All right, good job there, working down at the knee level or even a little bit lower. It's an area where the Revs have not been, I don't believe, often enough tonight. I think the product of a lot of these Road Warrior hits, the balls have been up in the zone a little bit more so than earlier in this series.
And with 2 down and a man on first, here's Geraldo Valentin. First pitch from Treese is a ball. Looked pretty good from up here, but instead, or was that called a strike? Did I miss that? Scoreboard put up a strike. And the pitch, slider laced out to left field and deep, but it'll be a foul ball off one of the snack sheds out there. Scoreboard reads 0-2.
Now the sideboard has 1-1. Oh, it is 0-2. Plate ump just signaled that.
So no balls and 2 strikes. Drew Hoagland resetting things. 2 outs in the inning, man on first in a 6-1 game. Treese back on the rubber. Looking to get the Revs through a 6th inning. It's not been easy tonight for Revs pitchers. And the 0-2 runner goes. Check swing. Throw from Clark down to second is high, but the pitch is called a strike. A little bit outside there on the pitch from Treese, but he gets strikeout number 2 on the night. The Revs are through 6 innings in the field. They'll get their 6th at-bat as the team coming up next. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th with the Revs down 6-1.
Rutter's has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rutter's Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rutter's. Why go anywhere else for seafood?
Planning your summer vacation? Looking to take care of those long overdue home improvements? Hello, I'm Tara Hauser, Vice President of Marketing at First Capital Federal Credit Union. Make all your dreams come true with a home equity loan from First Capital FCU. For a limited time, take advantage of a 7-year home equity loan of $10,000 or more with an annual percentage rate as low as 3.99%. Visit firstcapitalfcu.com or stop by any branch to apply. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania delivers natural gas to 423,000 customers. Our commitment is to do it reliably, efficiently, and most importantly, safely. If you smell, hear, or see any sign of a natural gas problem, evacuate immediately and call 911 from a safe location. The most obvious indication of a problem in your home would be a rotten egg odor. For more information on natural gas safety, visit ColumbiaGasPA.com. Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania reminding you about natural gas safety.
Rutter's Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rutter's Kunzler hot dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler bacon wrapped cheddar dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchased. Must scan rewards card. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Revs trail by 5, a 6-1 lead for the Road Warriors in the bottom of the 6th. Felix Baez still out there working for the Road Warriors. He's been excellent tonight, or did they go to a reliever, Darryl?
No, it's him.
That's what I thought. I'm looking at I don't know. I didn't know if I saw 26 or 28 out there. The numbers are tough to read from up here, but it is still Baez. 5 innings of 1-run ball for him. He's given up just 2 hits. Travis Witherspoon, who will lead off the inning, has 1 of those hits. See if he can make it 2. So Spoon leads off. He's the leadoff man in the lineup for the Revs. Spoon, Casilla, Dotel, 1, 2, 3. See if they can solve or at least tack on a couple against Felix Baez. And the first pitch is a breaking ball over for a strike. Good curveball there from Baez. It's 0-1. Spoon 4 for 11 in the series with a home run and a double. He's driven in 2 runs and scored a pair. The 0-1, another breaking ball that Spoon whiffs at. It's 0-2. Revs are going for the sweep tonight, but looking more and more unlikely the way this game has played out. Now the 0-2 pitch to Spoon. Off the hands, and that one's going to drop in front of Fernandez, the right fielder. Spoon a bloop single into right. He's 2 for 3. And that could get something started in the bottom of the 6th.
Sometimes all it takes is a bloop. So far tonight, Baez has stayed out of the middle of the plate. His command's been pretty good for a guy that came in second in the league in walks, only 2 walks thus far. They really haven't gotten him into deep counts much yet, the way they did the starters earlier in this series. Maybe a leadoff base runner helps change things.
Here's Casilla. Pierre respecting the speed and the bunt possibility up at third. 6-1 lead for the Road Warriors. No outs in the inning, though. Spoon leads off first. 1-0 the count as Casilla took outside. Now Baez looks at first. The pitch out of the stretch. Fastball misses in. Baez hasn't needed to work much out of the stretch tonight. The Revs haven't had many base runners. For Travis Witherspoon, it's his 12th multi-hit game this season and 9th 2-hit game. As Rafael Montalvo, pitching coach for the Road Warriors, out to chat with his starter Baez.
They just got somebody up, but it's probably buying their reliever time as much as anything.
There is bullpen action down the line for the Road Warriors. The count is 2-0 on the batter, Alexi Casilla. The man on first is Witherspoon. He fought one off the hands and sent one in front of Fernandez out in right. And now Alexi Casilla will see if he can keep things going after the leadoff hit. Now the meeting on the mound is over. Baez stays in. The 1-0 to Casilla, fastball low. 84 miles an hour on the gun. Well, the scoreboard reads 3-0. But it is, I missed the pitch there. It is 3-0. Baez set. Decent lead for Witherspoon at first. The 3-0. Fastball taking all the way as Casilla in for a strike. It's 3-1. Revs trail by 5, bottom of the 6th. Aim for the 7-game homestand. And the 3-1. Casilla pops it up. Foul territory behind home plate. Wenrick giving chase. He runs out of room. It drops into the stands. And it's 3-2. Christian Flecha is warming in the Road Warriors bullpen. And now a ball from that bullpen thrown by Flecha gets onto the field. The count remains 3-2 here on Alexi. Spoon over at first. He does run well. 61 stolen bases in his career as a Rev. It's been part of his game this season. Now the full count pitch. Sent out to left field and deep. Giving chase is Ruiz, going back to the wall. That's off the monster. Around second and heading for third is Spoon. He's racing home. Polo sends him. He'll score all the way from first. An RBI double for Alexi Casilla, and the Revs add another. It's now a 6-2 game in the bottom of the 6th.
That ball's carried to left tonight, and Alexi, good swing on it. Pitch middle away and up. Got it to carry. Ruiz playing in front of that big wall. Little jump, but beyond his reach, and once it hit the arch nemesis, got a very favorable carom well back toward the infield. Witherspoon had a good read, and he had those strides going early on. Polo sending him all the way. He was a blur coming around third. And maybe it starts with a bloop.
Sometimes that's all it takes. Now a 4-run deficit for the Revs, and Wellington Dotel comes to dish. No outs, man on second, that's Casilla. The pitch from Baez, fastball misses low. It's 1-0, so he falls behind another hitter. Revs only have 4 hits in the game, but they have 2 runs across, 1 in this inning, still no outs. This game is far from over, Darryl.
No doubt.
Now the 1-0, chop foul. Dotel aggressive here in the AB. Wellington has been the guy this season for the Revs since joining the team, and don't know what life would be like without Wellington here. It seems like he was here from the start. The Revs got him early in the season, second week of the year, but he's produced as if he's been here since day one. 1-1 the count. Baez looks at second. Decent lead for Casilla. The pitch way outside. It's 2-1. How about that bat flip from Wellington and BP today on his last swing?
Yeah.
Put one over the arch nemesis. That was pretty sweet.
They get so fired up to take Mace deep, but he gets fired up when he prevents them from going deep. He's throwing cutters and everything.
2-1 on Dotel. See what Baez comes with. Here's the pitch. Popped up, shallow right center field. Hibbert ranging over in the gap. Casilla goes halfway. Now he'll retreat to second base as Hibbert makes the grab in the alley. 1 away.
Well, good thing that Hibbert saw it for the Road Warriors because Fernandez didn't. Hibbert went well over into right field to make that play. But just to wrap the thought on Dotel, to me the most impressive thing is that he was producing at such a high level when a lot of the other guys in the order weren't. So, opposing pitchers would key on him, but to answer your question, no, I can't imagine where they'd be without him. 3-hole hitters don't grow on trees.
Another pitching change here in the game as the Road Warriors will go to Christian Flecha, the left-hander, out of the pen. Baez's night is done. He fails to get through the 6th, just 5 1/3 innings. Revs trail by just 4. It's 6-2 in the bottom of the 6th. We'll take a quick break and let you know about the new pitcher when we come back.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Saubles Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
Hi, this is Mark Mason. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK.
Michael Marcantonini and Darrell Henry with you on the broadcast. Pitching change for the Road Warriors in the bottom of the 6th in a 6-2 game. It's the left-hander Christian Flecha. Funky delivery for Flecha as he'll face the left-handed hitter Jared Mitchell with 1 down and a man on second in the 6th. Revs already have 1 run in the inning. Casilla doubled off the arch nemesis in left, scoring Travis Witherspoon all the way from first base. Now Flecha looks at second. The funky delivery, the pitch. Mitchell sends it out to second base. Melvin Rodriguez fields it, spins, throws to first in time, and on 1 pitch, Flecha retires Mitchell. Nice play by Rodriguez going to his left. And there's 2 down now in the bottom of the 6th. So Mitchell at least a productive out. He gets Casilla over to third base.
Yeah, I got him to roll that one over. I think that was a slider first pitch. Looked good out of the hand of Mitchell. Maybe not the one he would go after, hindsight being 20/20. Did hit it fairly sharply, but Rodriguez has shown a pretty good glove over there at second.
Here's the Milkman, Melky Mesa. He's the only Rev to reach base twice tonight, a single and a walk. That pitch misses way inside and low on Melky, a breaking ball from Flecha. 1-0 the count, 2 outs, Alexi Casilla on third. 6-2 lead for the Road Warriors. The Revs have 1 here in the bottom of the 6th, however. And the pitch from Flecha fouled back. It's 1-1. Melky missed the last 2 games nursing that sore quad, but back in the lineup tonight. singled in the second, walked, and was erased on a double play in the fourth. Starter for the Road Warriors, Felix Baez, goes 5 1/3 innings. He's responsible for Casilla on third base, though. 1-1 from Flecha. Melky swings and off the end of the bat, sends one in foul territory into the seats down the right field line. It's 1-2. Revs looking to put together a 2-out rally and chip away at this 4-run deficit. It was 5 runs coming into the inning. Casilla brought one home, and now Mesa shoots one through the 5.5 hole into left field, a base hit. A 2-strike, 2-out RBI single. Casilla jogs in from third, and the Revs have another. It's now just a 3-run deficit, a 6-3 lead for the Road Warriors in the bottom of the 6th.
That's it, just chip away. And Mesa ultimately, they really want to get him to the point where he can play outfield, battling that quad injury, but nonetheless, great to have him good enough to bat tonight. He certainly has made a difference. Base hit earlier helped lead to a run. This one drives in a run.
And the line keeps moving. 2 runs in the inning for the Revs. That run charged to Baez. Now Flecha steps off. So Christian Flecha got the lefty Mitchell, but had trouble with Mesa there, who's now been on base safely 3 times tonight, 2 for 2 with 2 singles and a walk. And here's Jose Cuevas. Takes a ball a little bit off the plate. It's 1-0. 6-3 lead for the Road Warriors, but the Revs showing signs of life in the bottom of the 6th. They finally got to Baez the 3rd time through the order. He was having trouble. He was removed from the game. Now Flecha trying to get out of the 6th. The 1-0. Cuevas takes way inside. He has to lunge out of the way of that one. It's 2-0. So the line officially closed on Baez. He gives up all 3 of the runs that the Revs have scored tonight. He gave up just 4 hits, though. Now the 2-0. Cuevas takes a strike on the outer half. And Flecha comes back with a strike. It's 2-1. 2 outs in the inning. Man on first. That's Mesa, who just singled home Casilla, who doubled home Spoon. Revs up to 5 hits in the game. The 2-1 from the southpaw Flecha. Changeup misses high and away. And it's 3 balls and 1 strike. A hitter's count for Jose. If he can get one to the gap, you would think Mesa could score from first, but it's not a guarantee given the situation with his quad. He really had to test the quad in the Southern Maryland series. Scored from first on a Wellington Dotel double to the right center gap. 3-1 to Cuevas. He's almost out of the batter's box before the pitch crosses home plate. It's a ball. A 5-pitch walk to Jose. And the Revs will send their 7th man to the plate in the form of Michael Burgess with 2 on and 2 outs.
Trying to tilt the tide in this game a little bit. Cuevas, like you said, he recognized that pitch was a ball before it was even there. Maybe even helped sell that to Drew Hoagland a little bit, but that's fine.
Left on left for Burgess, 2 on and 2 outs. Pitch from Flecha, fastball in there for a strike. How about the resilience that the Revs have shown here in the inning? 1 2-out run, and the other run came with no outs in the inning. Well, Flecha comes set, the funky delivery of the pitch. Slider tapped in front of the plate, foul. And Burgess was out in front of that one, 0-2. Mike just can't ever get a right-hander out of the bullpen to face, can he?
Doesn't seem that way. And that's such a tough pitch there. The slow breaking ball, if it's located well, when it looks like it's going to be a strike, but by the time you swing, there's barely any of it there.
Jose Ortega warming in the Road Warriors bullpen, but for now it's Flecha. 0-2 on Burgess with 2 outs. Slider misses inside, almost clipped his jersey, but it misses. It's 1-2. Gotta let that hit you there, right?
He tried. Gave it a bicep flex, trying to wear that one.
And you can't stick your elbow out. We've seen guys get called back to the box, so Burgess really did all he could there, I guess. 1-2 the count. Flecha comes set, a look at second, and the pitch. This one's lifted in the air, foul territory, third base side. But Gustavo Pierre will run out of room. That one's in the seats, and the count remains 1-2. Mike doing a good job hanging right here. He'll see at least one more pitch from Flecha. Well, this season against left-handed pitching, Burgess is hitting just 135, 5 hits in 37 at-bats. No home runs, 3 RBI against the Southpaws, so he much more likes hitting against right-handed pitching, and who could blame him? Some tough left-handers in this league. Flecha looks at second. And the 1-2 pitch to Burgess. Swing and a miss at a slider, and Christian Flecha finally gets out of the bottom of the 6th for the Road Warriors. But the Revs strike for 2. They cut into the deficit. It's now a 3-run lead for the Road Warriors. After 6 full innings, it's a 6-3 lead. But the Revs looking better at the plate. Darrell Henry taking back over play-by-play in the 7th. We'll go there next on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Everything you've worked for may be facing a hostile takeover, but step outside the boardroom and look around. Not taking care of business right now could leave you dealing with a hostile takeover by crabgrass later this summer. And broadleaf weeds are just beneath the surface, ready to take their share of your turf too. Prevent hostile takeovers. Call Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care and give your lawn a good, healthy start this year. Heritage Lawn can apply crabgrass pre-emergent and quality fertilizer now to fortify your lawn for later. HeritageLawnandLandscape.com. World-class care right in your backyard.
Neighbors not so neighborly anymore? Sick of the size of your current home? Is renting feeling like a relentless waste of money? Agent Adam knows the feeling. With a 100% contract-to-close track record, Agent Adam and Housebroker Realty will sell your home quickly and help you buyers explore new home ownership with confidence. Go to agentadamsells.com or call 717-757-9999 and ask for Agent Adam personally. That's agentadamsells.com or 717-757-9999.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Enoel Polanco, and you're listening to Your Revolution Baseball on the home of the revolution, Sport Radio 1350 WOYK.
Now the Revs trying to tilt this thing in the back half of the game. They are within 6-3. As we go to the 7th, Highland Piguero takes over. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Nick King went in last inning, make his Revs debut. He's in the game at short. Edwin Gomez leading off. First pitch from Piguero misses high, a slider. So hopefully nothing else wrong with Dent. He's been playing with a sore hip flexor. Hopefully Mace just giving him the rest of the night off. They were down 5 at the time. Now within 3. Pitch is low on Gomez, 2-0. Edwin Gomez tonight 0 for 2 with a walk, a steal, and a run. Piguero last in on Sunday at Southern Maryland. Time asked for as Gomez had something up near his eye. And Sunday, a tough day, suffered the loss. 2/3 of an inning, charged with 3 runs. Here's the 2-0, and a swing and a foul tip off of Clark's glove and back to the screen. Those 3 runs Sunday, the first given up by Piguero with York. His first 8 outings, 7 2/3 scoreless innings. He had started the year with the Road Warriors, made 12 appearances with the all-travel team, got a win here in York. He fires, and a swing and a miss, a sinking fastball down and away. Picturesque sky here at the stadium. It's almost nightfall, but some of the remaining setting sun has cast a pink glow to the clouds, mixed with the deep blue. The 2-2. And a swing and a tapper in front of the mound. Piguero comes in, gloves, takes his time, and tosses a good throw over to Burgess at first, 1 away. Here in the top of the 7th. Peguero, the third reliever used tonight. First time in 5 starts for Joe Van Meter that he really hasn't been terrific. Was chased in the 4th inning tonight. Devin Watts made his debut, officially 1 inning, 1 run. Zach Treese, an inning and a third scoreless, and now Peguero. And here's Rodriguez. He slaps the first one to short. Chance for King. He's got it cleanly. Throws across to first. 2 up, 2 down. And Nick King with his first chance. He's wearing number 12 for the Revs. He spent 4 years in the Pirates system. And earlier this year, tearing it up in the Pecos League for younger players out west. He was thrilled to get the chance here.
It's nice to see him in a game getting some action. Of course, you hope it's not for an unfortunate reason that Dent might be hurt, but get him in a game here, see him some action.
We were told he's excellent defensively, can play all the infield possessions. Here's Isaac Wenrick. First pitch, he looks at a fastball strike. Wenrick 1 for 3. RBI single in the 5th. 6-3 the score. Road Warriors lead it. Top 7. Peguero deals. Backdoor slider, a beauty, but it just missed. Some nasty hook on that. Peguero overall 1-2 with a 338 for the year between both teams. Pitch, it is swung on and missed. Another sinking fastball down and away. On our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, the New Britain Bees, who by the way had Josh Tolley picked up by the Tigers earlier today, going to Double-A, but they scored 9 in the 5th. They lead Southern Maryland 11-0 in the 8th. Here's a fastball inside, off the edge of Clark's mid and all the way to the backstop, 2-2. Lancaster at home leads Long Island 7-2 in the 7th. Sugarland and Somerset both off tonight, meaning an Ira sighting here, scouting for the opener tomorrow night. 2-2, and it misses high and outside. A full count to Wenrick. Peguero with 2 groundouts here to begin the inning, looking to go 1-2-3. Wenrick sweating through the jersey. Not as hot of a night, but he's back there catching. Payoff pitch, a swing and a foul tip. He reached, he just stayed alive as it changed direction enough to get down against Clark's shin guards, not right into his mid. 6 runs, 12 hits, no errors for the Road Warriors. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for York. Really nice Thursday night crowd tonight with good weather. Another 3-2 and a line drive sinking shallow right center. That'll get in. Kind of a looping liner off the end of the bat. Wenrick hustles to first, takes his turn and stops. And the Road Warriors now with 13 hits on the night. He's a 2-out base runner.
And the important thing is right here, just keeping it as 1 2-out base runner and getting this shutdown frame that the Revs so desperately need. They give up, or they get 2 in the bottom of the 6th, but there were another Rev killer at the dish in Matt Hibbert. They haven't gotten him out tonight.
Now he has been maybe the biggest thorn. He's 3 for 3, double, 2 runs, also a steal. First pitch, slider, it's a called strike from Peguero. So again, Hibbert now 8 for 18 against the Revs this season. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball to right. Mitchell turns, heading back. He'll have room, though, as he coasts toward the edge of the warning track, going toward the corner. Makes the grab. Inning over. Scoreless top of the 7th for Highland. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. Stretch time here at the bank. It's the Road Warriors 6, the Revs 3.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
What's the simplest, easiest, freest way to get in shape? Walking. That natural walking motion is great for almost everybody, but not every shoe is great for walking.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet sports shoes carries the shoes designed to function best, whether you're out for an invigorating stroll or you're humming along at a serious fitness pace. Walking and fitness shoes that'll do the trick, including a variety of widths and hard-to-find sizes. Walk with name brands like New Balance, Saucony, Brooks, and Accelero. For intense fitness workouts, try shoes from ASICS, New Balance, Rika, Saucony, and 361. Flying Feet's selection is great, and the service is even better. With personal attention many stores are lacking. Some stores sell shoes, Flying Feet fits them. So take life in stride and do it in style with comfortable walking shoes and fitness shoes from the sportswear specialty store without specialty prices. Flying Feet sports shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
This is Hall of Famer Jim Palmer. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Seventh, 6-3. Revs have cut into the deficit. Nick King will lead things off. His first at bat with the Revs. Right-hander Jose Ortega is the new pitcher for the Road Warriors. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. He's 0-1, .560 ERA in 17 outings. Opponents have hit .320. He's given up a lot of base hits. 24 in 17 and 2/3. 2-1 strikeouts to walks, 16-8. And King in there, open stance from the right. First pitch fastball to called strike, outside corner. King's kind of been known for his defense as a younger guy. Didn't hit a lot in the Pirates system, but you never know. There's the 0-1. That misses way outside. Sometimes guys get into this league, new environment. They're not monitored the same. They're not harped on to do certain things. Can kind of become themselves as hitters. There's the 1-1. And a swing and a foul the other way, right side. He was tearing it up in the Pecos League from what we've been told. As high as single A in the Pirates system. West Virginia power. Now what I think Keone Duran might have been his hitting coach. There's the 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Slider gets him. Keone has since moved up to Altoona, but one of the Revs' all-time greats. I believe he was still with West Virginia when King was there. But Ortega does get him here in his first at-bat, one down in the 7th.
Not a ton of experience for King, so the Atlantic League will be an adjustment for him. Just 2 years in the minors so far. He had a stint in the Frontier League. That was only for 4 games. But a guy that, you know, could have some success here. We've seen young guys have success in this league and in York.
Here's Tyler Clark. He watches a strike. Tyler kind of one of those guys. Age 26. Clark a strikeout and a deep fly out tonight. Fly out to deep right center. There's the 0-1. Fastball just outside. 6-3. Road Warriors lead here in the 7th inning. Ortega from Caja Seca, Venezuela, which is not where Michael Lee is from.
Yeah, I was about to say. Somebody on that roster is, but not Michael Lee.
It's the 1-1, and a foul tip back to the netting. Fastball at 95. Ortega's got pretty live arm. 8 of his last 9 outings scoreless. He actually began this season with Sugar Land. 2 1/3 innings, gave up 5 runs, 4 earned. Ortega with the pitch, and a slider, strike 3 called. Sharp downward bite. Looked a little bit different than the slider that he threw to King, which was bigger. This one a little sharper and tighter, and Clark frozen on it. 2 down in the 7th.
Tough pitch right there for Clark. Just like you said, frozen. And here's the guy who's started really everything tonight for the Revs, Witherspoon. That bloop single proved to be huge in that 2-run inning in the 6th.
Yeah, Spoonie tonight, 2 for 3, runs scored. Also slammed one off the arch nemesis back in the 3rd, although that did not lead to a run. First pitch here, slider. It is a called strike. There's the big one from Ortega to get ahead. 83 on that one. The one that struck out Clark was 86. There's the 0-1. Fastball down and away. Ortega made it to the majors with the Tigers in 2012. Parts of 3 years, 14 career games. He's in the Rockies system a couple of years ago at then Double-A New Britain. He deals, and it's just outside. That's now a stop on the Atlantic League Tour, obviously. He's also pitched in Mexico and the American Association. Right now he's trying to help protect a 6-3 lead for the Road Warriors. 3-1 to Spoon, and a swing and a chopper toward the middle. It's through, base hit, his 3rd of the night. He's 3 for 4. A single chop back up the box, and a 2-out knock. That'll get Casilla to the dish.
Travis has been awesome at the top of this order, and he's had an excellent series. Really doing exactly what you're supposed to do at the top, be a table setter. His 4th 3-hit game of the season, his 2nd this series. Not too shabby.
Yeah. Keeps it rolling for Alexi. He's 1 for 3, RBI double. First pitch fastball, taking all the way. It's a strike at 96. Witherspoon, he's not going to walk a whole lot, but can certainly hit his way on a ton. And he's flourished up there at the top again. The 0-1, and that misses low. Last year, Alonzo Harris held that spot down, and he had one of the best seasons in league history, so they weren't going to move him out of there. But Mace tinkering with the lineup here this week. And he said the biggest reason was to bunch speed together, especially when Gillies is hitting 9th. The 1-1, and a swing and a bouncer off the mound is Ortega. He'll be able to reach it, and jogging toward first, underhands it there. Now Casilla, a soft bouncer just to the first base side of the mound, and Ortega got off quickly to handle it. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We'll go to the 8th tonight. Still a 6-3 Road Warriors lead.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32 grand. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6 to $8 grand. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
If you are facing retirement decisions, Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group can develop a customized retirement income plan. As specialists in retirement planning, we will guide you on Social Security benefits, 401k and retirement plan rollovers, pension choices, and distribution options. We can explain employer benefit plans and retirement systems such as PESERS and TIA-CREF. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Local sports on WOIK are brought to you by Maple Donuts, York's great tasting family tradition.
Hi, I'm Joel Embiid of the Philadelphia 76ers. Catch Sixers basketball all season on Sports Radio, 1350 WOIK, first in York, first in sports.
JoJo's got a new teammate tonight. NBA draft going on. WOIK, a Sixers affiliate during the winter. I know Michael in the booth is just jumping for joy, taking Mikal Bridges from Villanova.
I'm giddy. That's the word. I'm so excited. My guy. My dad went to Villanova. I've been a huge Nova basketball fan my whole life.
Here's Gustavo Pierre. He skies the first pitch foul and back.
Was down on campus for the championship this year. That was a good time. That was awesome, just experiencing that. And the Sixers tweeted "Welcome home." Well, he never left, but still, I mean, it's the nice thing to tweet.
It's our York Mitsubishi NBA scoreboard tonight. Here's the 0-1. And a slider bends away. Paguero's still in, by the way, after a scoreless 7th.
You know, he could still either live at his dorm at Villanova, or I mean, he's probably living off campus, or live at home where he's from Malvern.
Oh yeah. Here's the 1-1 slider. It is a called strike. 6-3. The Road Warriors up here as we start the 8th.
Can you imagine that? Just living at home. I'm gonna go play an NBA game tonight.
Or an NBA guy living in a dorm.
Yeah, or with his still he had one more year of eligibility. Could still be living off campus with his boys at Nova.
Paguero nods yes, he's ready. The 1-2, fastball missed away. Let's just say, hypothetically, and no, I don't think that would be his arrangement, but what is it, like 45 minutes to drive down to South Philly?
Nova to the Wells Fargo Center? No, not even.
Not even?
Yeah.
He's a ball down low, 3-2.
I'd say 25 minutes.
I guess I took the wrong path then. Well, actually, so we did a high school game at the Pavilion several years back.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then went into Philly afterward, but I took Route 30 extended into Philly. Probably not the way to do it. Here's a slider missed inside, and Pierre is on base. A walk to begin the 8th inning. Paguero trying to not let the Road Warriors add on here. And Osvaldo Martinez, he's 4 for 4 tonight, but perhaps they will ask him to bunt. We shall see.
Well, it could be a spot for that. The Road Warriors not taking anything for granted there. They're trying to add on. Well, speaking of, staying at your childhood home or home in general and then going to play a professional sport, Steven Matz, when he started a game in the World Series for the Mets, stayed at his childhood home.
Oh, yeah? First pitch here. No sign of a bunt. It misses up and in. Martinez 4 for 4 tonight. A terrible K-man selection. 1 RBI, 2 runs scored. Here's the stretch from Paguero. The 1-0, and it's a little high. 2-seamer with run at 92 against his former travel team teammate. And Martinez with a 2-0 count. He was an 11th round pick of the Marlins in 06. Osvaldo was. The 2-0, and he swings, pops it up. Burgess into foul ground. And over near the track, on the track in foul territory, a two-hand grab. Chris Rivera coaching at first. Burgess' former teammate had to get out of his way. Martinez retired for the first time tonight. He did get to the majors for 14 games, by the way. Martinez did in 2010. Now here is Jorge Fernandez, who's 1 for 4 tonight, RBI double in the fourth. 6-3 Road Warriors. Peguero the pitch, runner goes, swing and a miss. Clark to throw, the tag from King, and Pierre came off, and now he's tagged out. He would have been safe, had the hand in, but came off the bag, realized he had no chance to get back, and tried to run away from King, who chases him down and tags him out. 2 away.
Well, all you can do there is make a good throw and hope that something like that happens where the hand comes off the bag. Guys overslide it all the time. A good job by King to keep the tag down.
0-1 on the hitter. And Peguero back, misses a hair low on this one. It's another good throw from Clark. But Pierre, I believe, would have been safe had he been able to stay on. Peguero the stretch. Here's the 1-1. And a swing and a miss. Fastball there, right by him. Revs now with Ricardo Gomez loosening. Peguero looking to give him 2 innings here. He fires, and a slider breaks down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Road Warriors put up all 6 between the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. 3 runs, then 2, then 1. Revs have been trying to come back from that. Here's the stretch, the 2-2, and a swing and a miss. A sinker gets him, and Peguero with 2 scoreless innings out of the Revs bullpen tonight. The caught stealing helps make it a 1-2-3. As the leadoff walk was erased, we go to the bottom of the 8th. Road Warriors 6, York 3.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
When you work with an independent insurance agent, you put the power of choice to work for you. Independent agents know several companies and their coverages, which means more options. And because companies like Donegal Insurance Group use the independent agent system, you not only get quality insurance, you also save money. The independent insurance agent system. Discover the power of choice. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Remember when an app was listen only? Oh yeah, that was kind of us, wasn't it? Well, we have a new app. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores and take Sports Radio 1350 on the go like never before. Listen on the go like always, and now get easier access to archived games and programs on demand. Watch WOYK game broadcasts on YouTube and so much more. Search the new WOYK on the Apple and Google Play stores and download today. It's not just an app, it's a lifestyle. Sports Radio 1350. First in York, first in sports.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Never mind. There's been a trade in the NBA draft. We won't discuss it. 6-3, the Road Warriors lead as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It is Ortega who stays in. Had a scoreless 7th inning. Dotel leads it off. First pitch fastball is in for a strike. The Revs basically night-long comeback effort continues. They scored 2 in the 6th to get to within 6-3. Is the 0-1, and that misses high. Ortega trying to give the Road Warriors multiple innings. Peguero just did for York. Dotel tonight 0 for 3. 5-game hitting streak on the line for him. The 1-1 and a swing and a foul tip off of Wenrick, the catcher. Dotel, Mitchell, and Mesa here in the 8th inning. It was a 16-pitch 7th inning for Ortega. The Road Warriors bullpen has not always been a strength, so with the lead for the first time late in a game in this series, trying to get multiple innings from him, and Dotel will ask for time and back out. Homestand continues tomorrow night. Sugarland come in. Robert Carson will make that start. There's the 1-2. And a swing and a bouncer hit softly. He's going to dig. Pierre in from third. Bare hands, throws, just got him. What a play. Gustavo Pierre charging in from third. A clean bare hand grab, reaching down. And in one fluid motion, threw a dart, and it just nipped Dotel.
That's a heck of a play right there. A barehanded play in a 3-run game would have really set the tone for the Revs in this inning had Dotel reached right there.
Now the leadoff man, all-important leadoff man, kept off base. Here's Jared Mitchell, who's 0 for 2 with a walk, a steal, and a run. He was robbed of a hit back in the 4th by the second baseman, Rodriguez. First pitch is down and away, slider missing. 6-3 Road Warriors, and Pierre can't even say flashing the leather on that play. Flashed the bare hand. He's a kind of a tall, lanky guy for an infielder. 1-0, and it's just outside, a fastball.
He is tall for third base and doesn't, have the prototypical build if somebody would play there, but athletic, no doubt.
Listed at 6'2", but he looks more like 6'3" or 4 from here watching him. Now Ortega with the 2-0, and a swing and a well-hit ball deep right center. Hibbert back at the track, and he makes the grab. Backing into the LED board in right center, and it looks sweet when it took off from the bat, but it just stays in the park. And Hibbert, unlike Ray 2 nights ago, able to slow down and gently back into the LED lights. Mitchell came up just a couple of feet short.
Just when I think I'm starting to get a better read on balls flying out of this yard.
Yeah, right.
I thought that one was gone off the bat. He smoked that thing dead center. If he pulls that, it's gone. Hits it the other way, it's gone. Tough part of the park right there.
I'm with you on that. Here's Malky Mesa. He takes really close. Wenrick held it there for about 2 seconds, but they didn't get it. Mesa on base all 3 times tonight. A walk and 2 singles, including an RBI in the 6th. 1-0. And a swing and a miss. Fastball at 94 to the outside. Revs down 6-3 here in the 8th inning. They have been denied of every sweep attempt this season except for a 2-gamer at Southern Maryland. It's the 1-1 and a slider called strike. Mesa thought it was in. He winces looking back. A couple of words. The Revs also tonight trying to tie a season-high 4-game winning streak, but on the short end of this 6-3 score. There's the stretch, the 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Got him to reach for a slider in the dirt. Wenrick will get the tag on him before he can break away. And it's a 1-2-3 8th inning for Jose Ortega. He goes to scoreless. And this score holds as we move to the 9th. It is still the Road Warriors 6 and the Revs 3.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Saubles Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
York Revolution's 8th annual Ag and Farm Night presented by BB&T is Saturday, June 23rd, featuring post-game fireworks presented by the Allied Milk Producers. Interactive games include a cow milking contest between teams, watermelon crawl, and corn shucking. Be sure to sign up for our adult and youth ice cream eating contest courtesy of Yingling's Ice Cream. Fundraising tickets to benefit the York County Ag Business Council are available at yorkrevolution.com under groups, then group theme nights. Ag and Farm Night presented by BB&T, Saturday, June 23rd at Peoples Bank Park.
This is Hall of Fame third baseman Brooks Robinson. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Head of the 9th inning, Ricardo Gomez takes over. It is a 6-3 Road Warriors lead. Gomez going up against the middle third of the order here. He looked like his normal self here on Tuesday night. Closed out a big lead, 9-3, but struck out all three. And Jose Ruiz leads off. First pitch misses down and in. Gomez struck out all three. The previous 8 outings, he'd been charged with 10 runs in 6 innings after starting the year with 7 2/3 scoreless. Tonight, the 300th appearance of his Atlantic League career. He fires, and a bouncer foul off the fencing in front of the Revs dugout. He's the 3rd in league history to 300. Ross Peoples, the all-time leader. Ben Grzelowski is 2nd, and Gomez now is the 3rd. Has his sign. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a line drive, base hit into right center. Ruiz went down to get it. Mitchell cuts it off deep up the alley, spins and fires in, holds Ruiz to a single. Of these 300 Atlantic League appearances, Gomez has now made 178 of those with York, which is 2nd in Revs history behind Stephen Penny. His 300 trails only Peoples' 374 and Grzelowski's 311 in league history. Peoples, he's now the Lancaster manager. He was a lefty starter and reliever, a teammate of Gomez over there for a couple of years. Here's Valentin. First pitch misses away, ball 1. And Grzelowski, some fans may remember, was a submariner that would release it down near the dirt with effectiveness for a long time. The 1-0 slider, and that just missed. Valentin tonight 2 for 4, 2-run double in the 3rd inning. Road Warriors now have 14 hits. There's the stretch. Now the 2-0, and that misses away. Gomez overall, 6.14 ERA coming in. Really a tale of two parts of the first half for him. Great start, then a rough stretch. Back in for him last time out. Here's the 3-0. And that just missed up and in. A walk to Valentin follows the Ruiz single, first and second with nobody out. Tomorrow night, 6:30 against the Skeeters. We'll be on at 6:10. Robert Carson, the start for York. Summer kickoff night here at the stadium. Saturday is Ag and Farm Night presented by BB&T. Post-game fireworks presented by Allied Milk Producers. And Sunday is Pirate Day. Arr, 1 p.m. Here's Gomez. First pitch fastball is a little bit low. Dollar Dog Day, courtesy of Hatfield Quality Meats. Sunday Fun Day, presented by Wise Markets with a pregame autograph session. Catch in the field and postgame kids run the bases. Now the 1-0, and that misses down and in. And Ricardo has missed with the last 6. He'll ask for a new ball. Gomez against Gomez. Tickets for this weekend, YorkRevolution.com, 717-801-HITS, and at the Revs ticket office. Gomez the stretch. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss, and he might have chased ball 3. A high fastball, he went up after it.
That's a good pitch up in the zone right there, and why not let it ride up in the zone? If you elevate it high enough, it's not going to be a pitch that anyone can do anything with.
2 balls, 1 strike. Gomez a look back at second, fires home, and a swing and a foul tip into the mitt. And a nice tight slider there, right in on the hands of Gomez. 2-2. It's a very enthusiastic fan in the front row after every pitch. He is up at the net. Here's the 2-2. And a slider backdoor, strike 3 called. Gomez punches him out. And there's one away here in the top of the 9th inning.
Gomez gets Gomez right there. That's a great pitch with 2 runners on base. Being able to throw that pitch like that, have the confidence in it. And, you know, forget about the 2 base runners on and the rough start to his outing here. Getting to 300 outings in this league is pretty impressive. To still be doing what he's doing, throwing in the low 90s at age 40, it's a huge accomplishment.
Here's Melvin Rodriguez. First pitch misses away. Yeah, one of the all-time great relievers in the league. Yeah, he has helped the Revs to great success over the years. He's ready. There's the 1-0. And a ground ball base hit through the right side of the infield. Mitchell will charge. He gloves it. They're going to send Ruiz. Throw to the plate. And Clark sweeping back for the tag. But Ruiz got the hand in. Slid to the back edge of home plate. RBI single for Melvin Rodriguez. An insurance run. 7-3. And Valentin goes around to third base on the play.
Well, Mitchell gave it all he could. That was a good throw home. Bounced it not too close to Clark where he was going to have to deal with a short hop, and he didn't bounce it too far away where the ball was just going to die there and take forever to get home. It was a great throw on 1 hop. Clark was positioned perfectly for what he's able to do based in the rule book for blocking the plate and all that. But an even better slide by the runner Ruiz there.
Now 7-3. And here is Isaac Wenrick, who's 2 for 4 tonight with an RBI, 15th hit for the Road Warriors. And the first offering, a swing and a ground ball, same hole. That's on through. Base hit right field. And Valentin is in to score. Trying to go to third base is Rodriguez, and he just scampers in ahead of the throw from Mitchell. Going to second in the play as well as Wenrick. with the throw to third base, and it's 8-3. Burgess was close to that one, but holding the runner, reaching to his right, was just beyond his wingspan there, and Wenrick with his third hit.
Just everybody's hitting tonight. Wenrick, a guy who hasn't played much in this series, has a hit in his last 3 at-bats. Here's Matt Hibbert, who they finally got out his last time up, but it's been up and down the lineup production tonight from the Road Warriors, guys contributing that haven't recently.
And pitch to Hibbert misses down and away.
And the Revs, you hope they can get this out of their system tonight before Sugar Land comes in tomorrow. 3 huge games in that series. I mean, that's basically going to make or break their first half chances these next 3 days after tonight.
Well, the 1-0 slider, that misses inside. Second and third, still only 1 out. Road Warriors threatening for a big inning. Up 8-3. Matt Hibbert 3 for 4, a double, 2 runs, and a steal tonight. Here's the 2-0, and it's a fastball for a strike. 3,802 the attendance tonight, 3802. Gomez, who first came to York in 2011, he was a starter at times in Lancaster in 08-09. Here's the pitch, and a swing and a miss, a slider full to Hibbert, a half hack at it. Ricardo was impressed when I told him I remembered him starting against us. He said that was a long time ago. And then with Long Island in 2010, he was unhittable. And the Revs brought him here in 2011. Championship winning team that year. 2012, a playoff team. Here's the 2-2. And a called third strike, fastball on the outside. Hibbert punched out. 2 down here in the 9th. Gomez with both on strikeouts looking.
That helps. Defense can move back now, and you got the feeling coming into this inning that if Gomez could keep it a 6-3 game, the Revs may have a 3-run rally in them in the bottom of the 9th, but it's been a little bit deflated here in the inning, given that the Road Warriors have put up 2 more and they're not done yet.
Here's Gustavo Pierre at the top. First pitch, he shoots a foul over toward our enthusiastic fellow in the front row. It hits the padding of the backstop. Gomez in 2013 was in Mexico for the duration, 24 saves, then back to York late in 2014 to join a playoff team. 2016 was a big part of one of their winningest teams of all time. Here's a swing and a miss. Blew some high gas past him at 93. It's 0-2.
Can you imagine being 40 years old and still being able to throw 93? I mean, this deep into an outing, too.
I can't imagine being 20 years old and
well,
being able to throw that.
Good point. Good point.
And last year, his second championship season with York. Here's the 0-2, and that misses outside. Pierre 1 for 4, RBI, run, walk. Gomez, the only member of last year's championship team that was around for either of the first 2. Speaking to his longevity. Second and third, 2 outs. Here's the 1-2. And a swing and a miss. He strikes out the side. High smoke at 94 on that one. In his 300th Atlantic League appearance, Ricardo Gomez strikes out the side, but the Road Warriors do plate 2 insurance runs, 3 singles in the inning. 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the 9th, now 8-3.
Buying or selling? The auction houses of Dover and Mount Royal have you covered. From selling full estates to taking consignments on good, clean merchandise. Join us for weekly in-house auctions at Mount Royal. With food served during weekly auctions and 3 certified appraisers on staff, our friendly and courteous team will make the process easy and enjoyable. We offer a great deal on real estate, selling at 3% instead of real estate agents' commission rate of 6%. For more information, visit our Facebook page, call us at 717-963-3190, or visit our websites at www.theauctionhouseofdover.com and www.mtroyalauction.com.
Need to get some cash? No problem. Head to Royal Farms, step up to the ATM, and
get your cash for nothing, cause there is no fee.
Yep, that's the way we do it at Royal Farms. Some retailers charge to use their ATMs. We don't. Our ATMs are surcharge-free, so you can always get
cash for nothing, cause there is no fee.
Anytime, at all Royal Farms ATMs.
A bank or credit card fee may apply.
Can't get enough of the Birds? WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from BaltimoreBaseball.com. Exclusive in-depth interviews, plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball with the Birds, Mondays at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
This hour on WOYK is brought to you by Maple Donuts. Quality you can see.
Go to the bottom of the 9th inning, and it is an 8-3 Road Warriors lead as they look to deny the Revs of the sweep tonight. Right-hander Zach Zinicola is the new pitcher. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Felix Baez in line for his second win. Cuevas, Burgess, and King due to bat. Jose Cuevas will start it off. Tonight's sac fly, double play, and a walk. And Wenrick will head out to make sure they're on the same page with Zinicola. He's in his 5th appearance, 4 1/3 innings, 1 run on 2 hits thus far. He was in the game here on Tuesday night. 2 innings, 1 run. The one was a Burgess home run, the play on which Anthony Ray ran into the LED board in left center and had to leave. Burgess will hit next. Meanwhile, Cuevas leads it off. First pitch, it is a called strike. Zinicola, who had been with Sugarland previously, a couple of years in the Atlantic League. Now ready, the 0-1, and that misses up and outside. 8 runs, 16 hits for the Road Warriors, no errors. 3 runs, just 6 hits for the Revs tonight. No errors in the game. The 1-1, and a swing and a miss, a slider up. Zinicola from California. He had retired previously, but came back with Sugarland. His career's still going now. He fires and misses in the dirt, 2-2. Now 33 years old. With Sugarland, the last 2 years combined to go 4-8. 6 saves, 3.27 ERA. Did make 7 starts. 2-2, and a swing and a loop the other way toward the line and right, but that's foul into the corner. He was a 6th round pick of the Nationals in 06 out of Arizona State. 7 years in the minors initially. 6 with the Nats, 1 with the Orioles, making it to AAA. 1 year he was the Nationals minor league pitcher of the year. And then sat out multiple seasons. Pitch, swinging a tap foul behind the plate. Resurfaced with Sugarland. He was a teammate of Dustin Pedroia at Arizona State. Well, ready with the sign. Another 2-2 to Cuevas. And a swing and a miss. That one sinking down and in on him. Ended up out of the strike zone, but Cuevas trying to protect. He is struck out to begin the bottom of the 9th.
That's nasty right there. I mean, as a right-handed hitter to have to try to hit that pitch, I mean, it's no easier for a lefty diving away, but in on the hands and having to try to go down and get it, not something that you want to have to do up there at the plate.
Here's Michael Burgess Sr. tonight 0 for 3. Did homer off Zinicola 2 nights ago. And the first pitch, swing, and he pops it up foul, back and out of play. 0-1. Robert Carson will go up against Major League veteran lefty James Russell tomorrow night. Here's the stretch, the 0-1. And a swing and a bouncing ball, second base. Rodriguez steps up to glove it, takes his time, pumps and throws to first. And that is out number 2. Road Warrior relievers have retired the last 6. And Nick King will try to keep the game alive. His second at bat, struck out his first time up.
All you can do right now down to your last out is try to string a couple base hits together. It starts with King here. It just hasn't been the Revs' night, and it was pretty apparent early on. Baez looked good, Van Meter did not, and it sort of spiraled after that.
King, the open stance from the right. First pitch, it is up high. By the way, Ross Detweiler at AAA Tacoma, 2 good starts in a row, 6 innings, 2 runs, 6 1/3, 2 runs. We were looking at that earlier today. We'll keep an eye on that. The 1-0. And a swing and a fly ball to center. Hibbert started back, now comes in. And in shallow center, he puts it away, and that'll do it. Revs are denied of the 4-game sweep. Their winning streak ends at 3 as the Road Warriors take the finale tonight. Final score, 8-3. We'll take a timeout. Post-game show follows next.
The area's biggest and best 4th of July celebration happens in downtown York. July 4 York, presented by York Traditions Bank, is back and better than ever. For the first time in 5 years, there's a York Revolution game on July 4th. The party starts at 3:45 with free family fun outside the ballpark, presented by CGA Law Firm. Enjoy inflatables, face painting, balloon art, and more. At 5, the Revolution takes the field, and the human cannonball flies just before the game. Game tickets are available at YorkRevolution.com. The free party resumes at 7:30 with music by the unforgettable Big Band. And at 9:30, it's the free American Town Fireworks presented by Glatfelder Insurance Group. Grab the kids and be there for July 4 York, presented by York Traditions Bank. Get details at July4York.com.
When your kids are bored, your garage is overflowing, and your patio furniture is on its last legs, you need Penn Dutch Structures. Our selection of Amish-crafted sheds, swing sets, gazebos, and outdoor furniture includes everything you need to play, relax, and entertain all year long. Shop our impressive selection of in-stock structures or work with our professionals to customize a made-to-order structure that meets all your needs. Visit Penn Dutch Structures on site at the markets at Shrewsbury, located off I-83 on the Susquehanna Trail. That's Penn Dutch Structures on site at the markets at Shrewsbury.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
York Country Day School is an independent college preparatory school. It inspires and nurtures the innovative and creative spirit of students as they pursue their intellectual promise. At York Country Day School, students are known and valued, which allows them to engage as compassionate, bold, and active citizens as they identify a purpose outside of themselves and generate the call to better the world. York Country Day School is currently enrolling students beginning at age 2 years, 7 months through grade 12. We invite you to visit for a day and stay for the education of a lifetime. For more information, visit www.ycds.org.
Revs Baseball is brought to you by Pizza Box and Hoagie Shop, Yingling's Ice Cream, Penn State York,
Etline Foods, Ace Distributing, Wolf's Bus Lines, Sheets, Seltzer's Lebanon Bologna, Downtown Inc., Highmark, Total Exterminating Services, East York Vet, Brickers, Brewery Products, York County Solid Waste Authority, Planet Fitness, Hatfield Quality Meats, Penn State Hershey Children's Hospital, Turkey Hill Minute Markets, Health South Rehabilitation, Martin's Potato Chips, the official chip of the York Revolution, Isaac's Famous Grilled Sandwiches, proud sponsors of York Revolution Baseball. Revs fall tonight. 8-3 is the final score. Denied of the 4-game sweep. Darrell Henry back with Michael Mark Antonini. We welcome you to the post-game show. 3 is where this winning streak ends. Revs with their 5th streak of 3 games or more this season, but it does not reach a season-high tying 4. Now, as the Road Warriors put a stop to it tonight, when we recap things, it was actually the Revs who scored first in this game in the bottom of the second inning. Jared Mitchell walked, eventually stole a base. Melky Mesa singled, and Mitchell, the lead runner, stole third, which allowed him to score on a Jose Cuevas sac fly to right for a 1-0 lead. But in the third, the Road Warriors took the lead for good, scoring 3 times on 4 hits in the inning. Gustavo Pierre, an RBI single, tied it. Later in the inning, Geraldo Valentin, a 2-run double down the first base line for the 3-1 lead.